1 moment, please. This is a Hydra. Got a Hydra. Yeah, you tried to walk past me just then, didn't you? You did. You tried to do a walk past. Mwah, kiss the kitty cat. Here she is. This is Hydra. Hello. I present a cat to you. It is always an honor when somebody presents a cat. Let me just take these out. I'll put them in their case in a second. How are we going, everybody? How is it? How is it with you? I thought it'd be quite a nice idea if I choked myself to death on the stream. Oh dear, there goes my monetization. Well, let's try again. Hey, Soup, how's it going? Hey, everybody. Just gonna quaff some coffee. For the content reviewers, that wasn't what I meant, obviously. Very, very sensitive, the content reviewers at YouTube. Very, very sensitive. Okay, so, hello everyone. I'm still not over the fact that I see everybody's usernames as opposed to like your chosen names. It's kind of rude. But, you know, YouTube, what can I say? YouTube also summarizes everybody's comments for me now, which is a nice new feature. Not. I should show you some of that, actually. I should show you some of the AI creator tools. They're wild. And not at all accurate. What else do we have? Oh, apparently you can hype my latest video. The documentary on ABA is unhypeable for some reason, but YouTube decided to remonetize it. And I appreciate a lot of this may not make a lot of sense. Maybe it's not that relatable. But I guess what it means is YouTube has decided that it isn't terribly offensive to their business partners at this stage of the enshittification process. Pardon me. And said that it'd be fine. Okay. What a wonderfully unprofessional introduction. It's not normally like this. Let's leave it there. Everyone with their bingo cards out, just feel free to just autofill them in today. Oh, two times come up did hype. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. Yeah, I appreciate the memes too. You guys chose them all. The way that works, by the way, is in the Discord. If you react with the star emoji on the meme, it puts it into a it's a hidden channel basically, but it just sort of dumps them in there. And then when I came to do the recording, I just looked in that channel and then scrolled it on my phone. It was really, really convenient. So thank you so much. Thank you for the amazing convenience and the crowdsourcing. Thank you to everyone who supplied memes and those of you who voted with the special star. It really did make my life very easy. 1 second, I've got to close the door. Yes, Ashley, it's not normally like this. It's normally very professional and well produced. This is normally a very professional. Only word I'm going to use. They're looking at each other. Look. There. 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 See? They're not alone. Whoa. Okay. Sorry, Saber knocked this earlier. I was just setting it up and Saber gave it a big smack and it hit the floor, so I just had to re-secure it. But it is mounted with like little it's like this actually. So it's like little plastic. It's like plastic little wing nuts on a plastic little ball and socket joint. Yes, and it has a big camera on it. That's probably not wise. There's like a big camera and it's mounted on a tiny little 3/4 of an inch tripod screw. Yeah, like I say, professional. No! Autistic cat food poisoning. Other autistic cats, plural, TJ. I saw an official autistic cat meetup. I saw a picture in the Discord. That was like amazing. I'm really sad to hear you all got sick. Not from each other, obviously. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, that really is a bummer. That makes me feel annoyed for you all. I'm so sorry. So really sorry you had that experience. It's gross. I once had a trip to Florida and got food poisoning. Yeah, it's so annoying, but it cleared up after a couple of days. TJ, well, only one official, but other friends I met through. Amazing, amazing. I'm delighted. So how many sort of like sub meetups have Royal We had so far? There has been. Was there a Canadian meetup? All I require is to see a picture. That's all. I'm not sharing your photos on YouTube, don't worry. But it is lovely. It is lovely to see meetups. Scott, at least 2. Yes, you were part of one. Scott, yeah. Well, there was that one. Obviously, there was the one where I met Helen and family in England. How many like specific? I'd like a Manx meetup. Wendy, I reckon there's probably a few more of us on the island. There are definitely like 3 or 4, but I don't know who they are. Like, I know you, obviously. We know each other. I'm not even counting meeting up with Wendy as a meetup. Like, I think there've been like 3 or 4. Oh, Germany! There was a German meetup in the Deutschland. A Deutschlander meetup. What's the scratching post is rapidly turning into a true international chosen family. Yeah, the only thing is, I'd like to meet you guys. Like, it would be nice, right? It'd be nice to hang out for a bit. It'd be nice to catch up at some point. But yeah, it's been all of this stuff has happened this year. So this is on brand for this video. So I thought it would be quite nice to look through a few things related to 2025. Personally, 2025 has been an absolute shit of a year. And the annoying thing is this time last year, I was full of hope because I'm like, right, I'm going to do some good shit next year. Which didn't all happen, but some of it did. I thought it'd be fun to... Quinn and Mike, I'm not counting Quinn in Autisticats. Mike and Thomas, I'm not counting that one either. Helen is Austicat. So it's not like I haven't met other YouTubers. Right? I've met other YouTubers, other content creators. I'm not counting that. They don't count. They don't count. They don't count. They do their own thing. They don't count. Having said that, there's a few on my, gotta catch up with list at some point. But anyway, I mean like the Austicat community of this channel. And I love all of the friendships that it spawned. I love it's just amazing. It doesn't have to be central, like focused around me. It's not like I'm like the sun in the middle of this sort of solar system, I guess. But like, it's like all of these things have happened in the ether around this community. And that's great. It's great. I'm thrilled. The Green Brothers, yeah, the Green Brothers, definitely. Mikey the Catalyst, hey, thanks. Yes, that makes me feel like a chemical reaction reagent, Scott. I am honoured to play such a part in the fizzing foaminess of the primordial soup of early Austicat culture. There's a sentence that has never been uttered by any human being until today. Okay, right, so we'll have a little look at that, right? But first of all, I have to do some technical stuff. And at some point, I'll spend a day and I'll get all the streaming stuff working again. Like, I've got this. I've got a Stream Deck. I've got like this fancy Stream Deck with like little knobs and buttons. And look, it's all very stimmy and you can click. It's great. But the problem is cats press them. This makes it cat accessible. And I don't want a cat accessible streaming environment. Cat accessible streaming environments are bad. Right, yes, let's not talk about that. Hang on a second. Screen share. Oh, I think I actually have a... Okay, right, so you're not going to see anything for a second. That's fine, because I have to build this new source. I wish I could just draw a box on my screen. Just work with me on this for a moment. Right. That works, doesn't it? It's a bit ugly. Hang on a second. Here we go. If I... hang on a second. Right, okay, here we go. Right, hang on. Is it too big? It might be too big. It's way too big. Right, let me just... There we go. Right, we're getting there. We're getting there. And then I'll do, hang on a second, we'll go here. I'll grab this, I'll grab a copy of that, I'll come over here and I'll paste it on here and then I'll move that one above. See, this is what I'm talking about by professional. I've never seen other streamers fucking around as much as I seem to have to do on these streams. Honestly, it just like doesn't happen. Right, here we go. I'll stick that whole thing here. Let's maximize the resolution of our space. Okay, right. I thought this would be fun. A little bit of, oh no, we're going far too back here. Oh, this video here. This one. Can I zoom in? Can I? Hang on a second. I've got to look stuff up. Just give me a moment. Hey Sam, Yosemite Sam. Oh, do we have Yosemite Sam in here? Do we? I can't see Yosemite Sam in here. Oh. Yosemite Sam's in here. Hello, welcome. Hang on, before we do that. See? Now, okay. Let me look. John Green has Stan to help him stream. Oh yeah. Like people get professional with all of this stuff, but there's far too many buttons to click and windows to move around. You have an I don't care, I'll just figure it out on Stream 5 that works for you. Okay. Sam, hello. I had something to say to you, but it doesn't happen on stream. Reply to my last message, please. I don't know if it was. I don't know if I'm waiting on you or you're waiting on me. But we have some things to talk about. You're too famous for that, Sam. Oh, Sam is a proper celebrity. Yeah, Sam's content's amazing. Highly recommended. The weird circular irony here is that I did watch quite a few Yo Sam De Sam videos. I don't think she needs much of an introduction. But I did watch quite a few of the videos while trying to figure things out for myself, and I found this to be beautifully presented, also accurate. I think part of my personal bugbear, I think, with particularly online social media content, is a lot of it is like not sold as like, hey, this is my experience, but it's sold as like, hey, all autistic people are XYZ, or all autistic people or people with autism are all like this, and you can't really say that either clinically or indeed for lived experience. So yeah, highly recommend you Sam De Sam's videos. I'm a fanboy. Right, okay. I just want to show you, like, this was just like a talking point thing, but if I just do this. Right, we're actually going back quite a way back here. This one, this one is Autism Speaks Really Sorry for Hurting the Autistic Community. Okay, this video here, right? This is an interesting one because when I made this video and then did the live stream associated with it, guess what happened? Yes, you're right. Autism Speaks shut down in Canada. Please bear with me. They closed down in Canada. 2025. Our fellow northern friends are now Autism Speaks free. Thanks to the magic, the blood magic of bleeding on an Autism Speaks pumpkin. No. I think it was entirely related to bleeding on an Autism Speaks pumpkin. Okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I wasn't going to talk about that. I just saw it in the thumbnails, so I wanted to mention it. Okay. Oh yeah. 10 tips to survive a neurotypical Christmas. That might be an interesting watch for some of you. 10 tips to survive a neurotypical Christmas. It's in there. I mean, I could have made the same video again this year. Can't be bothered. It's done last year. It's still valid. Okay. Oh, cat chat, Sam. Sam, stay for cat chat. Like, give it 10 minutes if you want. Just you can go and come back if you want. You're a bit of a celebrity. Mass misunderstood and misdiagnosed autism in girls, because girls can be autistic too. Absolutely. Oh, the rads are. Should we do like more screening stuff? Do you guys? Because it's nice, easy content for me, if I'm honest with you. Should we do more screening questionnaires? Let me know. Cats will appear. There's like 3 in this room right now. Autism rates are not exploding. Yes. Yeah, the telepathy tapes. The telepathy tapes was a fun one. I remember the telepathy tapes. The telepathy tapes got people angry with me. Oh yeah, Eileen Lamb doesn't like me now. Bear with me. Memes. Oh yeah, this is where the broccoli thing came from. I've got a lot of time for Dr. Michael Greger, but yeah, honestly, he failed on that one. Here's got cats. There's cats in this one. I thought more people would watch that video, but they didn't. Oh yeah, and then the start of the political trend, the start of the politics trend. This groundbreaking autism research actually garbage. Yeah. 2025 went exactly as expected in that regard. I think this is an important video. What if autism isn't the problem? That's well worth a watch, I think. Oh God, yeah. Make a healthcare passport. You need a healthcare passport. Everyone needs a healthcare passport. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to look into it. Seriously. PDA be damned. You definitely need a healthcare passport. I'm also wearing the same jumper as I am now. But you really need to get a healthcare passport. It's important. In fact, this is the main reason 2025 has been shit for me. Dealing with family stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Do you guys like walk and talk videos? Can I get like a little... Do you like this sort of thing? Do you... Because I just went for a walk and filmed it. If you guys like this sort of thing, I can do more of these. These are easy for me to make. Right, I say easy, I mean like... This is significantly easier than like my normal videos, which take a long ass time to make. Walk and talk is fine? Okay, cool. All right. I'll make more of those. Yeah, it's a stream of consciousness. So basically, it's walk and talk. It is a stabilized thingy. It's a DJI Pocket 3. But going for a little walk with that for like basically an hour and a half, and then I have to come back and listen to myself waffling for an hour and a half and then cut it. And I did fuck up on that one. I accidentally like cut it wrong and duplicated a section, and yeah. So it's a bit messy for editing because it's completely unstructured. But I know what I want to say before I've started. I like the content of those, but some of them are a bit motion sickness inducing. Valid. Yeah, perfectly valid. I did wonder about that. No, the start of that video was so loud I almost shit my pants. To be fair, all the videos are normalized to YouTube's audio standard, so there is a limit as to how loud it can be, but I appreciate what you're saying. I'm kind of bummed slightly. Car was good as well. Okay, yeah, car's the same shit, basically. It's stream of consciousness crap. If you guys are okay with that, then sure, yeah. That's interesting. Okay, I didn't think you'd like it as much as you did. I did 6 new signs for the DSM-6, but I'm wondering if you guys want to see an 11 new signs for the DSM for ICD-11 or 12 new signs for ICD-12. Let me know. No, I don't crash. Yeah, the car one's easy because the car is a gimbal, isn't it? Really, like I just stick it on the windscreen. But walking and talking, I suppose the problem is because it's unstructured. When I do my structured videos in here. They're all really well thought through, and I don't really have much editing to do compared to like if someone had to edit one of my live streams, that would be a really hard job for them because it goes on, you know, it could be hours of waffle. Oh yeah, I cracked my head open and had to have it glued back together. I got head glue, which was amazing. Head glue was good. I got my head glued. More politics. I'm sorry, I have tried to minimize politics. I've tried to minimize politics as much as possible. Can it outdoor and not move? Yeah. Mario Kart. I did one outdoors that wasn't moving. In fact, I've done a few this year. I did this one. This one is quite a lot outdoors without moving around. There's quite a lot of outdoor footage on this one without moving around. Yeah, this one's worth a shot. What if autism isn't the problem? Is internalized ableism holding you back is outdoors as well, without too much non-moving. No, not the diving. No, go watch it. I actually set up shots and filmed them. But the static camera, not moving. What's going on with Netflix's Love on the Spectrum? I still don't fucking know what the hell is going on with Netflix's Love on the Spectrum. Oh, I thought you guys would enjoy this. I made a video just about stuff that I'm into. Not very many people watched it, but actually it's quite good, I think. Oh, no, don't talk. No, don't advert. Okay, now I've lost where I'm at. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go backwards now. Oh, no, down is fine. Sorry, my brain is broken. All right, okay, so I've got to go the other way now. Hang on. It's gone to latest. I want it as oldest and then go all the way down. My God, I've made a lot of videos. Holy crap. There's 120 of these long form videos. There's so many. Oh, the autistic simulators. Oh, those are wild. Autism simulators were wild. Autism simulators were it's really bad. It's like they put you in a back of a van and make it like a shit disco. They try and overwhelm your senses. Look, hey, I understand what they're saying, but I feel like there's a danger in taking them quite literally. I think it's funny. I think it's really funny with the irony that a lot of autistic people are kind of hyposensitive to things and love nightclubs and concerts and love overwhelming themselves on roller coasters and do you know what I mean? And this looks quite tame in that respect. So it's kind of, it's a mess. I suppose it probably is enough to say to people, hey, give them a relatable example. Give them a relatable example that people can relate to their own lives, neurotypicals, holistics. But then also just say, look, some autistic people are hypersensitive or sensory seeking, hyposensitive or sensory seeking. Maybe they're hypersensitive. Maybe, do you know what I mean? It's like a big, loads of dials. Some of them can be turned down, some of them can be turned up, some of them are blah, 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 blah. So it's all very different. I suppose the critical answer to say is, look, it can be very different and it can be this. But there is a bit of a danger with people walking away from such a training event and going, it's all about overwhelm. We have to make things very boring and beige. That could be really difficult for a lot of people. Just saying. What about this? Do you guys like the whole transactional analysis stuff? Do you want more? I have not sent the invoice to Balessa. I should do it during the after party. I've really fucked up, because I wanted to make a video going, look, here's the money going to charity. I haven't even asked them for the money yet. A little view into my executive functioning capabilities. And I'm not hapless at all. I know but do you know what I'm trying to say? It's just I've got so many things on my task list and that one just keeps getting missed. It is on the task list. It's quite near the top, to be honest. Sorry, push your buttons, just checking. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, anyway, transactional analysis. What do we think? The social game thing totally confused me. Okay, yeah. It gets a little bit detailed, and the book that it's based on is also quite 1950s, 1960s. It's hard to follow. But the live stream that went along with this, people seem to really like. So maybe it's worth maybe doing some inspired by transactional analysis kind of videos. Mike, make this an invoice sending live stream. Possibly, yeah. I found transactional stuff really useful. Used it in real life and shared about it in work training. Yeah, cool. There are updates, by the way. Transactional analysis is quite old, and there have been new, ideas and new models and new frameworks kind of spun off from it. I found it a useful way to model some interactions, so that's why I'm sharing it with you. I'll be a bit stressful at a certain point. Okay, which one? The one where I'm acting in it. Okay. I've got to say I had fun with it. Okay, what about advice shit? Sorry, this looks weird. The text is not the best font and stuff. I'm still working on it. What about this, like, what to do after your autism or ADHD diagnosis? What about, like, self-care stuff? Do we want more self-care stuff? Do we want less self-care stuff? Knowing that the answer to all of these questions isn't more, because it means, like, other things have to go down in order for some things to go up. So I'm trying to, like, soup. That's all. That was my point. It's like I'm trying to figure out in my head where things go up and where things go down. Oh, it's AI. What's AI? I'm not a function because one input can have two different outputs. Yeah. A video about body language and body language used for dominance would be interesting. Oh yeah, for sure. It's a real big interest of mine. More self-care stuff. Okay. The crowd is chanting more. The crowd's chanting more, but more what? Sam, help me out. Sam, we're doing the same job. More what? Okay. I also quite like the Taylor Swift reference. I did actually quite enjoy the Taylor Swift reference. I try not to lean into it too much because no one in my community, well, very few people in my community are Swifties. So I dropped Taylor Swift references in so much of my content. And very few people, next to nobody, picks up on it. There's Easter eggs in like nearly all of my videos. The Opalite one. Sam, you're here, right? Sam, can everyone explain to Sam, fellow Swifty Sam, if you will, what the fuck happened with the Opalite Easter egg? Beads. Beads has become channel lore. I literally described Taylor Swift's Opalite song. I literally, Sam, I'm like, I gave a spoiler for the video and I'm holding up the Opalite to the fucking screen. No, I said it wasn't about beads. I said it specifically wasn't about beads. I said it wasn't beads. It's a metaphor. I said it's a metaphor. I said this is a metaphor for the video. It's about, no one got it. Sam, no one got it. No one got it. This went on for like an hour. Everyone, like literally there must have been like 500 guesses. That was so funny, but no one got it. Opalite! It's manufactured. It even made it to the Jackbox game. Yes! Yes! And now we have people drawing beads all the time. What's going on? That's on you though, Mike. It isn't! None of you are Swifties. When you know, when you know you don't. Yes, exactly. I'm like, I'm not a Swiftie, but I did catch the Opalite reference. Yes, thank you, Mrs. Bifflechips. You did not need to be a Swiftie in order to catch the reference, because I'm like, it is a metaphor for... Mike is surprised a bunch of autistic people did pick up on a metaphor. But I said it was a metaphor in the video, because everyone was like, it's beads. It's not beads. It's not a video about crafting. It's not beads. Okay. Do you know what I mean? We did not. I have a collection of beads, so I'm not listening to it at all. It's fine. Just got some work to do here. It was not bead crafting. Everyone thought it was about beads. It's not beads. I'm like, it just so happens to be a bead, but that's got nothing to do with it. I'm literally... Oh, do you know what? This went on the live stream. It went on in the after party. It went on for about 3 or 4 days in Discord. And no one got close. It was Opalite. It's, people were like, oh, blah, 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 is it like a gemstone? No, well, I said like, this one isn't. This is like a fake one. This is like man-made. I literally like gave it to you on a plate and no one got it. Anyway, that's how Swiftilicious. That's how Swiftilicious this community is. Okay, anyway, let's carry on. Self-care videos, more or less. You like them? I mean, I thought it was kind of helpful, right? I'm just kind of reaching back just a handful of years, and I'm kind of going, hey, this is this is my advice for what to do after autism or ADHD diagnosis. Anyway, oh shit, yeah. 6 months ago, I stopped posting weekly. I stopped posting. Ashley, what's a Swiftie? It's a colloquialism as like Taylor Swift's fan base, basically, her audience. You can ask that question to Meg if you want. Is this a year in review or a marketing focus group? Look. You can give ADHD the seat, but honestly, autism is still behind the scenes. It sounds like the community needs a list of autistically coded T-Swift songs. Yeah, collab, Sam? Does anyone want to see it? I'm going to guess people are going to say no. No one wants to see that. Because for some reason, it goes over nearly everyone's heads. I like... It's like a few people. It's not that many. Anyway. Yeah, I stopped posting weekly videos. And to be honest, we'll get haters telling us not to diagnose her. Oh my God, yeah. Not doing that, because obviously then there's the whole kind of like, is Taylor Swift LGBTQ as well? Well, is Taylor Swift blah blah blah? Is she blah? Yeah, I know what you mean. And even if you drop a disclaimer, people will still say the same shit. But then again, people will do it anyway. I tend to do it just for fun. The only Swift song I like is Karma. Karma is good. Karma is like a cat purring on my lap because it loves me. But is Karma a secret album? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, yeah, look, do you know what? The whole not posting every week thing, kind of because it came to a head because 2025 was so shit. Like, I wouldn't have done this if it wasn't for 2025 being really, really overwhelming. I would still be posting weekly and blah, 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 blah. And by the way, just so you guys know, just a bit behind the scenes here, when you stop being consistent on YouTube, YouTube stops kind of like giving impressions to your videos. YouTube's like, all right, fuck you then. And it's really interesting. It's a really interesting mechanic. It's really strange kind of like having a robot kind of like show you what to do. It was not really burnout. It was just like, I'm going to be burnt out. Like, this is going to crash if I keep doing this. But realistically, 2025, if it wasn't going the way it was, like with my mum and stuff, then it would have been okay. It would have been okay. I wouldn't have posted this video. What did you guys think of the cinematic intro on this one? I thought it was good. Masking, love on the spectrum. Oh yeah, sex. Okay, so my first big video. Too much? I still think I need to change the thumbnail. I think the thumbnail might be a bit too suggestive. I got a lot of people, interestingly, with regard to this video. I had a lot of people reaching out to tell me how much they thought that it was awful and that I'm a terrible content creator and that like sex shouldn't be talked about and that it's like a big taboo and I shouldn't be talking about stuff and blah, 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 blah. There was a big pushback on that one. But interestingly, it wasn't actually a big pushback compared to other content creators, like, you know, female ones. I thought that was quite an interesting kind of social experiment. But I really wanted to do this video for a few reasons, not only because I think it's a good topic and I needed an excuse to wear the shirt, which was also, by the way, an Easter egg that somebody picked up on. Someone picked up on the Easter egg on that shirt. They found the brand of the shirt. They found the Easter egg. There is an Easter egg there. And I was very proud. I'm very proud of you when you do that. And you put your pixel peepers on. Put it to good use. Easter eggs that only autistic people can find. They are invisible to neurotypicals. This one was filmed because it was so long. I split it into like 4 pieces and filmed them in different locations outside. Beans? Were people telling you not to talk about Sex American? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought it was an interesting video. It wasn't sensational. I appreciate that the thumbnail is a little bit attention grabby and a bit weird. I get that, but also don't hate the player, hate the game, right? Like, you guys have to click. You guys, me too. I watch a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. And like, you have to like stand out. So there it is. If you think that thumbnail's bad, you should see the Instagram one. It's animated. But yes. Anyway, I thought that was worth talking about. Anyway, I genuinely think it's a valuable thing to talk about. Blank space. Blank space. Blank space. Okay. Masking. I am going to talk about masking all the time. I think it's such an important thing. This is a topic I guarantee you're going to see over and over again on this channel. I'm sorry about that, everyone. Masking, camouflaging, assimilation. It's gonna get cut. It's getting covered a lot here. The soy boy face on your thumbnail is annoyingly a real thing. Which one? This one? What do you mean, soy boy face? What the fuck is that? I didn't think it was my face on the thumbnail that was the problem. I thought it was the aubergine, but all right, fine. I can't do much about the face. Okay, right. So, oh yeah, this one. Are there really 4 autisms? New study thinks so. Science communication. You guys are gonna get more science communication. I'm sorry about this. I apologize. I need to know what soy boy face is too. I need to oat face if I'm perfectly honest. Oat milk face. But anyway, are there really 4 autisms? New study thinks so. This one I really wanted to do because it was being reported on YouTube and elsewhere that this is a good thing, and that Princeton University puts out a press release that makes claims that their fucking study doesn't claim at all. How does that happen? How does one wing of one of America's finest universities produce some academic report, which is fine for what it is? It's fine. It's finding markers and associating them with autistic phenotype, different traits and characteristics, and they're like, oh, well, these ones match with these ones and these genes and this brain activation areas, and then these brain activation areas kind of match with these kind of traits. It's really vague, but you know, it just is what it is. Can I tell you what it is? It's fucking boring. Can I tell you how boring it is? It's boring. It's boring science. It is not that interesting. I read the paper and it was not that interesting. But the Princeton PR department says there are 4 autisms now. 4. They've reproduced and spread. Autism spreads by reproduction. No, like it's 4. Next year there might be 16. Eventually, there will be enough for you to have your own. But for now, you have to share. We have one autism which has to cross 2 continents, but otherwise you just apply for your time with the autism. All right. Anyway, that particular video, you're going to get more of it. Sorry. But it's bollocks. And it just really annoys me. It annoys me. Princeton's University's PR department put out a statement basically saying, oh, autism, no, there's 4. We found it. We discovered it. Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember NASA and the alien life press release that they did? They actually had a press conference about alien life. NASA said effectively, and I paraphrase, we're going to have a press conference because we've found aliens. All right, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically the psychological subtext of what they were saying. Everyone gets fucking excited. And it's like, oh, look, spectrography shows, you know, organic molecules, organic compounds. And it's like, that is genuinely interesting science. It's like, it's fascinating, but it's also fucking boring and doesn't really qualify for the press release. Please don't do it. Please don't do the press releases, making massive claims that don't exist. Please stop. Okay. Unless you find aliens, in which case, holy shit. Go wild. Hilarious autism memes. Yeah, you're going to get more of those. Plenty of unprotected autism. What Trump and RFK Jr. September report will say. Oh, by the way, this video 100% correct. Not that it was hard to hot take. Oh yeah, there's the driving one. Shit. That was actually on my way in England to see Quinn. The truth about theory of mind and autism. You're going to get a bit more of this as well. There's more theory of mind coming. I apologize to Francesca Happe for the really quite terrible eyes that she has. Francesca Happe, I'm sure she has fine eyes. I'm just apologies. It's quite funny. I did it because it was funny. But then I realized that Simon Baron Cohen here, well, his eyes are kind of like, I don't know. Like it kind of works. He looks like a... Where's Francesca? Now I'm looking at it big. It looks weird, but okay. Frogs. How flying frogs became a tool for diagnosing autism. You can watch that video even if you have an assessment coming up, but you might want to not if you want the, you know, the full surprise, the full experience of being handed a crazy random frog book. But for those of you watching now that may not have had the assessment or whatever, basically just do your best, but it doesn't matter a huge amount anyway, one way or the other. Even the ADOS 2 scoring coding sheet kind of downplays the relevance of the flying frog book. So it's only worth like a point, maybe 2 points, one way or another. It's nothing. It's really nothing, honestly. That if you get a good diagnostician, there may be other stuff relating to, you know, reciprocal conversation or whatever, back and forth stuff that they might be looking for. But the frog book itself, don't worry about it. Like, do your best, but it's not a big deal. Don't feel like a frog book is going to make or break anything. It probably has no... Here's my hot take is that the frog book, if they took it out of the assessment, it will make no fucking difference. And they can do that, by the way. The ADOS organization have the data. They could probably go, what would happen if we didn't have a fucking frog book in there? I think it would make no difference whatsoever to the outcomes with and without the frog book. That's how much of a difference it makes. None. 77 stims. That was outdoors. Look, it's outdoors. Look, it's in the woodland. I thought 77 stims for September was quite good. It's just an alliteration. I'm sorry. I had the alliteration in my head for ages. So 77 stims for September. Then why is the frog book in there? Ashley, have you seen all the other shit that they have in there? Have you seen all the other shit that they have in there? They have a fucking massive big plastic trunk and it's full of like toys and dolls and Matchbox cars and all sorts of things. It's so weird. Woodland video. Yeah. It's very stimmy stim. Okay. What did Trump and RFK Jr. just say about autism? I thought that was funny. And then, well, not funny, but also funny. It's also so ridiculous. It's just funny. This gives me an idea to self-publish a frog book that inadvertently gets ordered by people thinking it's the real one. Yeah, Sandy Sam, do it. Do it. I love it. I think that's a great idea. In fact, you could even make it about like you can make it about like some. There could be a good kind of like a moral to it. The story. That's funny. That's fucking hilarious. 77 stim sounds like it'd be exhausting and energetic, but it was lovely and calm. Thank you. That's really funny. A sigh up to take down big assessment. Redditor hides autism diagnosis from a partner. I thought that was an interesting one. Why would you hide your diagnosis? I hid my assessment as long as I possibly could. In fact, I tried to keep it a secret for so long that it wasn't until like right at the very end I went, psychologist wants to talk to you. Like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? That's kind of the response I had from family members was like, you know, even friends, it was like, what the fuck? Because I sort of like put it off for so long, you know, to a point where, you know, psychologists like that, we don't have to have them, you know, but it helps and it kind of, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, anyway, thought, you know, so I understand the whole kind of like keeping it kind of to yourself kind of thing, but I also understand at some point coming out, to borrow a phrase. Don't bin plushies. Why autistic adults still have stuffed animals? I thought that was quite funny. I went and got a couple of Sharky friends. That was kind of fun. Went to Asda, IKEA. This is the Opalite one. No, that's the wrong video. Oh no, that's a clip from the previous video in that video. That's weird. Anyway, that's the Opalite one. That's the beads one. That's the beads one. That's the beads one with Opalite in the title. Opalite beads, make your own happiness. Oh my God. Any Swiftie would pick that up in half a second. In half a second. It does look like a loop, actually. Do you know what? Come to think of it, it actually now looks like a loops. Yeah. Do you know what? That is a bad piece of Opalite in that respect. Shouldn't have been a bead. I'm clearly influential because people are now buying Opalite beads and telling me. And I'm like, okay. And now what? Okay, thanks for letting me know. I'm not trying to sell Opalite beads. It's not the plan here. Anyway. Oh yeah, circumcision causing autism. I don't know. I thought it'd be funny to film. I cut myself on that video, by the way. That little knife scene, I have sliced myself. If I haven't shared the clip of me swearing and bleeding everywhere, I could post it on Patreon if you want to see it. I don't know if you necessarily want to see it, but yes. But the video footage exists. The autism assessment waitlists are the real epidemic. Just because they are. Just looking into the data in the UK from NHS England on wait times and wait durations for adults and children. If you're interested, it's a data heavy video. My data heavy videos tend not to do so well, but perversely, they're the ones I'm more interested in making. And I'm afraid I have to follow where the dopamine road goes, because otherwise nothing would be done. And it's better to have a video that doesn't appeal to a load of people but gets done versus nothing that ever gets done. That's all I'm saying. Politician calls ear defenders insane. We actually have a follow-up to this, by the way. The new thing is actually, this is Richard Tice. It's the UK's version of the Tea Party, or sort of extreme right-wing Republicans, kind of is where I just think that's fair to say Reform UK are. I think that's where they would put themselves. We now have the current party, which is ostensibly left-wing, but it isn't really. You couldn't put a piece of paper between the parties in the UK at the moment, really. Except perhaps the Greens, maybe. But again, it's, like I say, Overton window, blah, 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 blah. But my point is we now have the current government now following this line that we have massive overdiagnosis of, you know, ADHD and autism. And part of the issue with that is, I suppose there's a couple of things where you could use the word massive for. And one of those things is demand, I suppose, demand for screening. That's true. There is a massive demand for screening. I couldn't say British Musk because, like, for example, they don't believe in climate change, for instance. So it's kind of hard to say, like, it's kind of hard. They're their own party. They're an anti-immigration party, for better or worse. That's what they are. So yeah, anyway, there is a massive demand. There is a huge demand for ADHD screening, autism screening kind of less so, but it's really hard to say because there's very little data on actual requests for referrals, because in some areas in the UK, it is not possible to get a referral in the NHS. They've closed down referrals. Some places, Oxfordshire, for instance, have got up to 18-year wait lists. And that's home to, like, that's a super wealthy, affluent, to be fair, I think most people in that constituency that want such a thing would go private and just pay for it. But yeah, the NHS should be available to all at the point of need. Everyone understands, okay, there might be a bit of a wait time, but, you know, it's free, taxpayer funded, etc. But it just isn't available. So in some places that has been removed. In fact, this time last year in the UK, we were looking at a change to how ADHD referrals would be offered, such that there would be no ADHD referrals in some zones. Something like 20 possible referral slots per NHS local area. Per what? Per year? I don't know. Basically, the plan to reduce the demand, or at least to reduce the graph, would be to artificially restrict demand. So really a big step towards sort of resolving the issue by sticking your head in the sand. But, you know, it's a silo thinking. You know, I think if a diagnosis allows people to access support and understanding, reduces mental health crises, reduces costs to the NHS down the line, then it surely is a better thing to do. But of course, you wouldn't do it because that's a different silo to your silo. Your silo is all that matters. You just have to get the numbers down. So you just close centers. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's a bizarre system. Well, yeah, they had a lottery type proposal for these sort of like tiny, you know, few slots, but it's just unworkable and has been rolled back. So the proposals have been changed. So that's kind of good news, but there's still a problem in that there is massive demand and it's not being met. It's not. I don't want to get too political here, but you know, the cultural suggestion in the UK is that people want this so that they can get money and benefits and be welfare scroungers and that sort of thing. That's kind of like culturally how a lot of the UK thinks. There's the politics. Therein is where the politics is. The CDC is now gaslighting you. Yeah, okay. I actually had a lot of horrible comments on this video. There's a lot of people that really don't like me on this. I keep being accused of like getting like my jabs and my boosters, which is really ironic because I haven't been able to get a flu vaccine this year because, you know, they're out of them. So yeah, I needed my autism. So yeah, anyway, yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm autistic and I became an ABA therapist. I don't know if we want to talk about this too much, but I became an ABA therapist in order to critique ABA. Actually, that's not the reason, really. I wanted to make a video about ABA. I was going to make a video about ABA, realized how little I knew about ABA. There's only one way to solve that. And actually, it was kind of horrible because the course took me a long time to complete. I was being chased to complete it, put it that way. It's possible to do it in a week, but you had to clock in and out. So you had to do the course supervised. So I wanted to fake it, but you had to actually do the course supervised. So I had to actually do a supervised 40 hours. But because I could only slot it in with times, it actually took me 60 hours to do the fucking course. And look, do you know what? 60 hours of training is nothing, right? 60 hours is nothing. 60 hours of training. Are you doing roundup of Issues videos? Yeah, kill it in the garden. That's effectively what I'm doing, yeah. So yeah, I had to do this. And I'm glad it's sort of done. I do have some follow-ups to do. I have had quite a lot of really good questions and challenges about the video, by the way, which I fully intend to respond to. I might even throw something out tomorrow, maybe. Maybe YouTube Shorts. I'll answer some of the criticisms and some of the critiques. For example, self-injurious behavior. How do you deal with that? Blah, blah, blah. I will answer these questions because there are answers. It's just like, I suppose in a nutshell, if your only tool is ABA, if ABA has so much mind share, it's like believing that if you want a smartphone, it has to be an iPhone. Because Apple has so much market mind share. That's what people think of a lot of the time when they think of a smartphone. They don't even know about Android or about any of the other brands or operating systems. They just go, oh, it's obviously iPhone, right? You know, when something has a lot of mind share. So you think, oh, we've got a problem. Therefore, I've got to go and do ABA. I've got to get ABA because that's how you deal with autism. Yeah, that's the problem, right? So if your only tool is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Not my saying, but it's a very good one. And the majority of people's errors, logical errors, are, well, we have to save that hammer for the really serious cases, don't we? It's like, well, you obviously didn't watch the video. So yeah, I will succinctly answer some of those things. I will succinctly answer. You wouldn't hammer an opalite bead? No, absolutely not. No. I might. Actually, I'm curious now. But yeah, basically it's like, you know, oh, we have to reserve this for the really bad, you know, and it's an interesting logical fallacy. At this point, I'm pretty sure you're on Eileen Lamb's hit list, Mike. I can promise you this, Jansen. I'm not on Eileen Lamb's Christmas card list. Elman Light, it must have been so tiring to have to answer people. Do you know what? I don't have to answer anyone. Actually. But I've got this weird issue of being misunderstood. I hate it so much. And I need to go to therapy for this. Because, I shit you not, I've got to figure out how not to do this. Because... Sorry. Yeah, I've got to try and figure out how to not, like... I've got to correct things. Misunderstandings. And it's terrible. I wish I could change that about myself. The corollary is if at first you don't succeed, you need a bigger hammer. Yeah, that's right. We obviously did ABA wrong. We need more of it. It's most people don't listen to what you say, that's why they misunderstand you. Yeah, pretty much. I think regarding content on the internet, I can tell you how it works, broadly speaking. It's that people see something and go, this aligns with my opinion, and they move on. Or they see something online and it goes, this does not align with my opinion. And then they just write about what they want to write. And it's got nothing to do with the video or anything. I've had lovely autistic people accuse me of joining the dark side and being a horrible person that abuses autistic people now. I shit you not. I had an interesting one. I had an interesting one. Hang on, I'm just gonna grab it. I'm autistic and now I get paid to abuse other autistic people. Fixed your title. I'll read that one again. I'm autistic and now I get paid to abuse other autistic people. I promise you, I haven't earned a single cent from ABA therapy. And it's just been a bucket that I've thrown money into in time in order to be able to actually understand it. Blame thrower. Oh, I love that one. That's a funny one. Yeah. Thanks for purposely misunderstand me. Yeah, it's a game. It's a psychological game in that respect. Mike, Grannis' state of mind. It's a psychological game, but with respect to just like not understanding it. I've had a lot of people go, "Oh my god, I didn't want to watch this video because I was worried that you might have gone to the dark side or something." And it's like, I've had so many similar comments, and I've had a lot of like quite sort of hateful ones, and I have deleted those because that's what happens. If I feel like it's like just pure bile or something, I'm just going to delete it. But generally, I do leave them up, and it's just like why are you like this? Why are you like this? And then obviously we ended out the year. Well, actually, no, that's not true because the year's not finished yet. But ending out this list with a memes video. If you want to watch a bit of a palate cleanser, there's a memes video that went up yesterday, which is worth leaving on in the background if nothing else. There's some fun memes on it. I'm concerned for your health that you don't do another. Yeah. It's a combination of things, dude. Like, it's a combination of things. I just thought it was just going to be a pretty PB&J egg. Yeah. That PB&J egg was disgusting. Oh, I retched. Do you know what? I couldn't eat the peanut butter and jam sandwiches. And the irony is the peanut butter sandwich is fine with me. 100% fine. I love peanut butter sandwiches. And I can do a jam sandwich if I have to. I wouldn't make myself one like ever, but I would eat one. Like if Nina walked in and made me a jam sandwich, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? And then I probably would eat it. Peanut butter sandwich is like standard. Yeah, that's okay. Yep. Make a peanut butter sandwich with whole grain bread and you get all of the essential amino acids in that. That is technically complete protein then. But yeah, anyway, it's together? No way. I believe we're promised cats like an hour ago. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I will go and get. I'll get a cat attractant. We'll do some. Should we do some desk cats? It's too dry without a jam or jelly. The flat Earth meme was hilarious, actually. 77%. It's technically flat. The stream did start with a cat. It did. PB and Brown word for the win. Oh, Hydra Rising is worth a watch. Some of you might have seen it in the video. Yes, it's worth a watch. There will be more music in a way soon. It is always like this. What do you mean it's like always like this? It's not. This is specifically unique. It's not always like this. Sorry, I've got buttons to click. Right, 2 minutes. I'll prep cats. Cat preparation in progress.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Feet step over splinters of the moon.
Right, in front of the camera was Anna. This is Tosca right here. So Tosca is there. This is Anna Ferret. See, Anna Ferret? This is Anna Ferret. Right? I'll just get Julian. With Hydra as well. Don't show your butt to the camera, it's rude. Ferret.
Golden, I'll follow only golden.
I'm just feeding a few floor cats as well. This is Dottie.
Mount Laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird.
Stop it, Anna.
Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Gold hair.
Ow, ferrets! Gross.
Gold rings. Gold leaves. Gold anything. Golden. I'll follow only golden. Golden. Golden things. Walk up the river by my sun. Feet step over splinters of the moon.
This is Julian.
Golden, I'll follow only golden. Golden, golden things. Gold birds.
Yeah, that's Polly. Oh. Sorry, I'm just hand feeding Julian.
Come on, soft, turn the key and cooler on. Push a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through today.
Anna Ferret. Are you not entertained?
Be the cat in the sun.
Julian.
Be the cat in the sun.
I'll post some pictures on the Discord. Are you not entertained? Okay, so that is Dottie and Polly. And Julian over here, wishing his tail around. Obviously Anna Ferret, because Anna Ferret is just, she's really wild. Larry's on the ground, Tosca's coming in as well.
Simmer down, settle back,
Please don't press buttons.
surround.
Thank you for that, Tosca.
Be the cat in the sun.
Bike is cat, Jesus. Much cat.
I will see the
There's a lot of cattage going on here.
through.
Feral ferret. I'll just move this around so you can get a slightly better
I've
view.
got better things to do. Oh,
There's a lot of cattage going on.
to lead a little bit undone. Be the cat in the sun.
Lots of cottages. This program ever. You had a chat amongst yourselves. This is the entertainment I came for. I love all this tortitude. Yeah, there's a fair bit of tortitude. Just the two of them. So Anna Ferret is really wild. She was the smallest cat of the litter by a long way. She needed a lot of supplementary food. And I think it's just given her this crazed desire to just eat everything. High time for tea and jammies. I had one when you put a few treats inside. It's like, yeah, it's loaded with treats right now. But as it starts to thin out, do you know what it's actually loaded with? It's a mix of treats and their normal food. I hope Sam didn't go into the kitchen for some hydration. Oh, she can rewind. Julian. Julian's got a great purr. He's old now, Julian. So he came in, he was adopted well, it was thought that he was 4 years old. I think that might be a bit of maybe an overestimate. He's in great condition. After he was found at the side of the road with a broken and rotting leg. He was feral. I jokingly call him my feral cat. As you see, he's not very feral. Not very feral at all. Just here at the top of the screen, top right of the screen. So he's missing one of his back legs. And he was the first of many three-legged cats. Julian is very handsome. Nope. Julian, don't press that button. Julian, over here. Thank you. The ferret is like, offer me food. Don't be rude. We have guests. Don't be rude. Swearing. That's a tantrum, by the way. Remember the difference between a tantrum and a meltdown? That's a tantrum. Okay? That's... No, don't press buttons. Julian. Julian, no, don't do that. You'll ban people. I don't know if Julian banned people. If you got banned, I'm sorry. Julian may have just banned people. Someone got banned. Sorry about that. Julian moderated someone. Oh well. Sucks to be you. Treats her, I press the button. I'll figure it out later. Nah, Matsuko, you're still here. I think he kicked someone and took a screenshot. I think a ban can be unbanned. I don't know. I'll have a look at it later. Well, I can't do anything about it now. Cats, man. Yeah. Drop something in the chat. It will, if it works, you're not banned. He's a bad moderator. Yeah. So what's quite funny is Hydra and her kittens have all got the same behaviour. what they do is they reach out a paw and they pull the thing to themselves. It's really funny. Do you see? They all do it. They do it with like a bowl of food as well. If you put one bowl of food in between two of Hydra's kittens, they will take it in turns to pull the bowl to themselves. It's really funny. They actually pull, they pull things all the time. And they're the only cats to do it. So, you know, we've got 15 cats. And of all the cats I've ever had, that might accidentally pull something to themselves and learn, maybe. But these guys do it habitually. They know that they can pull food to themselves, and they do it. Like, you can have all of the other cats sitting around a bowl, everybody's eating, and then Anna Ferret or Tosca or Dottie will come along, grab the whole fucking bowl and pull it to themselves. It's really funny. It's so rude. It is so rude, but they just do that. They just go, yeah, no, it's mine. So they will fight over everything. Just normal cat bowls. They'll just grab pull the whole bowl. Our Hydra does it, and you know, the babies do it too. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's not like they get extra food or anything. There's no, you know, inherent rewards to it. That's just what they do. Here comes Tosca. See them pulling it. Pull it away from them. See what they do. They just love pulling stuff. And it's not just this toy. It's like Tosca. It's not about more, it's mine. Yeah, she does. She's just like an actual like normal bowl of food as well. It's so funny. We've got some steel bowls, which are dishwashable, and basically it's almost like a round trough. So when we're feeding them all, if we feed them wet food, we use those, and then we put wet food around in a great big circle, and easily you can get like 8 cats around it quite happily, no problem, no dramas. But one of the kittens, particularly Anna Ferret, she's the worst for it. She just grabs the entire bowl while all the other cats are eating and goes, well, the other cats are like, what the hell? I was eating that. And it's kind of gross because if a cat's eating like wet food, they might drop it on the floor. It's tiles, and you know, we mop every day. So, but still, it's like, it's just funny. She would just rip the food away from the other animals. I'm not putting grippies on the bottom. I think it's funny. Nope. So did Sam get her cat action that she was asking for? I'll have to watch the replay if she missed it. Do your cats not suffer obesity in any way? No. Like, it's a bit strange. So Julian is quite, well, Tosca is. Yeah, I think Tosca is quite a large cat. Julian is weirdly, and has always been, quite a well-established young boy, or an old gentleman now. He's got a distinguished round belly. But no, not really. Hydra, I think, could do with being fatter. She did, amazing. Yeah, I think Hydra could do with being a bit chunkier. I just feel like she should be really fat and big, but she's not. Do you have those cat wheels? I think you'll get one from Indoor Cat. Which one? The ones that they actually run on? No, they've got tons of toys though. This is one of their favourites, for obvious reasons. Hydra is mostly fur. Yeah, Hydra is not light, but she isn't big. That's why she wasn't neutered the first time around when she probably should have been, because she was too small. A bit risky. Salem is 8.3 kilos and Maurice is 8.1 kilos. So Salem has the crown now for big cat. Anna Ferret is like about, I don't know, 2-3. Dottie is quite large. Sorry for the cat swearing. She's just rude. They told me to get Ellie to lose weight and put her on steroids. Oh wow, okay. Yes, Ellen is a chonky 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 chonk. We can weigh Anna Ferret if you like. We could weigh her on stream. Take a guess as to how big she is. Oh no, not 23 kilos. No, like 2 to 3. She's small. She's a small cat. Yeah, she's very small. So, look, a little question for you all, because this is not a spectator sport. You have to participate. This is the rules. What do you think the attraction is with autistic people and cats? I'm not saying it's everyone. Okay, I'm not doing that. All autistic people, blah blah blah. But you know, I put a poll up, and I think it had like, I don't know, thousands of responses. And generally speaking, cats were preferred to dogs. Why is that? Oh, sorry, Ashley. I'm sorry. You might want to take an antihistamine right now. They're psychologically authentic. Not having to go out for a walk. Cats are very on their own. I think the autistic and us likes that. Cats are autistic. Indeed, they are. Cats are more like us. They don't like eye contact. Cats come too slowly and less demanding, maybe. Maybe, yeah. Maybe. We're part feline. Think how much we got. And it works for us best. Of course, they must love the best animal. They're clean, independent, funny, and so cute. No barking, meowing, typically gentler sound. Barks do start suddenly. That is probably my biggest issue with dogs. Dogs are great. Dogs are amazing. They're fantastic companions, but like barks come out of nowhere and then go to immediate, and it really is quite jarring. It's like one of my big daily issues. But it's always at certain times. There's always a stimulus, right? Sorry to talk ABA like. But there is always like something that happens that then starts the bark. And then there's certain times of the day when the dogs are more likely to bark, and they're really quiet all the other time. Like, you haven't heard the dogs bark in the stream, and that's because no one's arriving or leaving. Do you know what I mean? There's no stimulus to make them bark. So I'm kind of like aware, and it's weird because I've sort of subconsciously planned my day and my time around when dogs are likely to go off. When you befriended a cat, you've accomplished much. Yeah, that's true.
Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat.
Cats don't jump on you. I know what you mean by that, Pat, but trust me, they do.
Someday, I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do, okay, to leave a little bit undone, and be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun.
This is one whole ferret.
Set aside
It's Anna Ferret.
every empty spreadsheet line and loosen up on the grind.
It's one whole ferret.
Simmer down, settle back and mess around.
No.
Be the cat in the sun.
She got one. The cats are very changed from the wild ones. Yeah, weird that, isn't it?
I will see
So humans have managed to selectively breed traits into cats, like in terms of appearance, but not in terms of attitude.
I've got better
Strange, isn't it? Cats have kind of resisted, you know.
to leave a little bit undone. Be the
GIG. GOG. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I went out for a walk today, too. I got up late and I also went for a walk. I say true, I suppose small dogs smell the autism on me. And there are cat breeds that can work with others. But yeah, for sure. But the variation in cats is nothing compared to dogs. Dogs can be totally... You'd love a Newfie. Newfie are beautiful, aren't they? Lovely, lovely dogs. You have to remember Zig comes and asks for pets several times a day. Well, that's perfect. Sabes works with me all the time. Sabes literally sits on this chair. This chair here this is Sabes' spot. A walk and talk video at home with cats and a laser pointer. Yeah, that's going to require a lot of functioning. To be honest, actually just going for a walk and, some of the cats will come. Like Larry, for example. Larry is basically a dog. Tosca is basically a dog. Huskies are very hairy. I like the duck geese dreams too. Okay. Oh, good night, Sam. Take care. Take care. I hope all is well. Thanks for joining us. I hope the
free pass. You don't even have to ask to.
I hope the cattage was sufficient.
Someday
If you had sufficient cattage.
I will see the whole deal through today.
I'm trying to clean around you. You aware of this?
I've got better things to do.
Kittens? I'll give this a little wipe as well. Reuse the same wipe there. A bit of... Mike has to go wash his hands in 3, 2, 1. Yes. Exactly. Exactly. You understand. You understand. I'm just doing this. Gonna get any sort of like cat residue off the top. I'm gonna pop this back in the kitchen, which is where it lives. And hopefully you kitty cats are gonna come with me. Let's do a quick 2 minutes and then we'll reprise. There we go.
Simmer down, settle back and mess around. Be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do. Okay, to leave a little bit undone. Be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun.
Okay, thank you for waiting. I made a cup of tea at the same time. Okay. Dry my hands on my trousers. Sounds a bit weird saying pants, but you know. What you gonna do? I've never ever dried my hands on my pants before. Right. I do have a towel here. Right. Okay. Highly recommended. Not sponsored. This is a good brand. Buy it when it's on offer. Highly recommended. This one is clementine flavour. Really good. No nasty ingredients, but it's very good, very effective. How are you all? I missed so much of the chat, by the way. I missed so much of the chat. Bum, bum, bum. This is my reading face. I might be more of a cat person if I got my own cat and stopped inheriting my mum's cats. Family cats. Joint ownership. Joint residence custody. Anna is a catastrophe. She is. Anna is wild. I think I've caught up on most of the chat now. Okay. You missed so much of the chat. I certainly did. I like the lavender one. Yeah, I like my favorite one is the rhubarb one. They do like a rhubarb. It's an antibacterial kind of like a lactic acid kind of based kind of cleaner. That one's really nice. I really like that one. Hello, Pardalate. Welcome. I'm glad you could join us. We have autistic cats in every time zone, near enough. I mean, I don't know if we have autistic cats in every time zone, but we're very well accommodated worldwide at this point. I think that's fair to say, actually. 2025 is probably the year where the autistic cats went super international, which is great. You'll never see them all in one place. The rhubarb floor cleaner. I haven't tried that one. But the rhubarb one is, I mean, the rhubarb like spray is fantastic. They're really good. They even do an unscented one. I haven't seen it, but apparently they do. Which is great. Small cat syndrome is the thing. Is it? Is it? I mean, if it is, Anna Ferret is the poster child for it. Whatever it is we're talking about. You're basically describing Anna. Mike, I'd like to continue the Patreon gift membership extravaganza if that's right. If that's okay with you, Soup. Yeah, it's completely fine. Did you want me to no, can you do it? No. Do you want me to copy paste stuff to people or to the chat? Let me know. Yeah, it's okay with me, but as long as you're all right doing it. You've been, incredibly generous. There's no pressure or like just letting people know, by the way. Last week we had some very generous gift subs from Jessica, Yays, Dax, and we also had them from Shaper Soup. Thank you so much for the most amazingly generous gift memberships. They really are a thing. So basically, I've got a lot of content. I filmed another Patreon video, by the way. So I'll upload that soon, like really soon. And it's Christmassy. It's kind of a bit behind the scenes. It's a little bit walk and talk. Small is a cool brand too, yeah. Small do amazing washing powder. Washing tablety powdery things. Yeah, if any of you want to purchase gift memberships, you are more than willing and able to not encouraged. I don't know what the right word is. You can gift memberships are available to Autistic AF. You pick how many months or years, I suppose. I don't even know. But you can definitely pick how many months and what tier. Access to Discord, to Scratching Posts in Discord is available on the monthly lowest tier. Yannicka is here, which is amazing. Yannicka can do it too. Thank you, Yannicka. Preferentially, Yannicka can do it. Unscented. Yeah. Thank you. It's so generous. It really is like super generous. It's super kind. But everything like that is managed by Patreon Direct, which is great because if you're aware of my executive functioning capabilities, like everything has trade-offs, doesn't it? Yeah. I guess that's the curse, that comes with some of the better stuff in my head. It's like complete inability to choose what you do. Yeah, I have to do admin tomorrow. There's like I've got to do a tax return type thing tomorrow, which has to be done by tomorrow, and I've known this for 4 weeks, so tomorrow is the final day. So yes, I have to do some admin tomorrow. I'll do the blessed thing soon. Do you prefer it that way? Yeah, I do. Yeah, very much. And thank you so much, Yannicka, for all your support and everything. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful. My brain is thinking of something to communicate, and I can't think of how even to frame it. So I'll stop, because I can't even put into words what I'm trying to say. Yeah. It's really strange. It actually makes me giggle when people comment like "you don't look autistic" to me on like YouTube comments, because occasionally I see scrolling YouTube comments. It's like, "Oh, you don't look autistic," or that man or the presenter, which always makes me laugh. It's like the presenter. Okay, you want to call me that? That's fine. Yeah, it's okay. You have no idea how many ums, ahs, and just blank stares I've had to cut out of this thing. Executive functioning. What is that? Well, it's something that you can achieve with asking someone else to help. Broadly speaking, you have to asking other people to help, or body double is key. It's a good one. It's really good. We have body doubling channel on Discord. But yeah, I think talking about things is helpful. Obviously, there's like, for ADHDers out there, there are stimulants, a kind of like a power up with side effects. You know, like if you don't want to sleep, there's an option for you, maybe. Exchange some executive functioning for some rested state. Executive function sounds like a boring party full of blowhards. Yeah, it does. Yeah, standing around wearing like casual golf wear, talking far too loudly so other people can hear the conversation, and laughing obnoxiously like that kind of like wealthy person laugh. Rich people laughing. Yes. Placebo-1 stimulants actually better than without. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, I have a DM. I'm gonna forward to Yannicka. Okay. Thank you, Soup. Thank you so much. I have forwarded that code to Yannicka. Please liaise if you wanted her to post it in the chat. Let her know. I've just found my fruit pizza recipe. What's a fruit pizza? What's a fruit pizza? Like plantain? Like pineapple? Help me feed myself. I added to Ideas channel. Go on, Harriet. Give me a bit of info on that. What do you think that looks like? Sugars as proteins from all sources of protein. No, I want to hear about this fruit pizza. Fruit pizza has a sweet crust, cream cheese spread on it, and then fruit slices in the glaze. Oh, it's a flan. Like a flan. Like a cheesecake. I'm intrigued. I want a veganized version. I want to try this thing. It's a fruit kebab. I feel like I'm far too I feel like I haven't had enough experiences in my life. I don't know what these things are. I feel like I'm missing out. I did make pancakes yesterday and then put dates, sweetened chocolate spread on them. Nice. Cacao and dates are fruits, yeah. And pancakes are basically pizza. Kinda. I just wanted to come up with appropriate terminology. Like a 70s flan, yeah. Kebab. Okay, thank you. But not remotely like a flan, it literally looks like a pizza except for fruit. Okay. Fruit pizza? I've never heard of fruit pizza. I'm so sheltered. Do you know that there are people who have barely got their mind around putting pineapple on a pizza? A crust made from watermelon? Brittany, really? This is like, what? Karen, welcome. I had a fruit pizza from Iceland shop when I was a young kid. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on apple and cheese. Pieces of fruit on a stick, easy peasy. Yeah. Actually, do you know what I'm going to try? Because I haven't done it yet. It was posted in the Discord. I'm super inspired. It was a while back now. And it's literally like making kind of like, believe it or not, you can make tuna from watermelon. I know, it sounds weird to me too. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to have to try it. Soup, Yannicka, etc. Did you manage to mission achieved on the code in the chat? I see nothing, by the way. I suppose I would find out, wouldn't I? Because there'd be like in the general chat, you'd get like a hey, a new person has joined. You mentioned BB earlier. Have you tried peanut butter and pickles? No, I have not tried peanut butter and pickles. As in like a dip. Just make a simple pizza base and shove fruit on it. I just like, okay. Okay. With, right, these fruit pizzas, do they have tomato or not? Garlic? Actually, I don't know if it was claimed. Yeah, I have no idea. Was it even posted? Is it like a random Christmas gift soup? Oh yeah. Yannicka did post it. It is claimable. It is claimable. You can click it and claim it. There's a 3-month gift membership available in the chat to somebody that doesn't have one. Thank you, Soup. I can tell you that it has been claimed because I click the link and it says claim now. I had banana dessert pizza and also banana mini spring rolls at restaurants here in Oz. Nice. I can understand the banana one because I have put plantain before on a pizza and that works quite well with barbecue sauce. brief announcement. This is a customer service announcement. Had you thought about joining the Autisticats over the holiday period and you weren't sure, or perhaps couldn't afford to? Well, there is a gift certificate membership link in the chat. You scroll up about, 5 minutes or so, and you will see it. If you click that, you can get 3 months on the kitten tier. Thank you very much to Shape of Soup for sponsoring this announcement. Thank you very much. Knowing pineapple works on pizza, I'm not wondering if some kind of banana works on pizza like plantain. Yeah. Plantain definitely works on pizza. It basically becomes sweet and delicious, and it's kind of nice. Yeah, it kind of works really well. Plantain, I've never had it any other way. But I have sliced it and put it on pizza, and it works really well. It becomes like really sweet and like really nice. Mike, you able to find any locally brands of vegan cheeses, especially vegan cream cheeses? Yes. So we have Philadelphia. Philadelphia is available here locally from Tesco's. Other supermarkets are available. In fact, other supermarkets are better in this regard because you can get Boursin, which is like a garlic and herb kind of cream cheese, which is really, really nice. Asda do that. Other supermarkets carry it as well, but I know Asda have it. Those two are pretty good. I say Philadelphia's pretty good, but Boursin's better. Philadelphia is kind of a bit too homogenized. It's a bit too kind of wallpaper pasty. But it's Philadelphia. Yeah. Yeah, I pulled the music down. Yeah. I pushed it up too much. But yeah, the Boursin, garlic and herb Boursin is nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice on like crackers, by the way. Like, if you wanted something that's like quite tasty and, just like cream crackers, if you have them where you are. And then you can... I've had some more vegan cheeses myself. Yeah, me too. In fact, Nina and I, one Christmas, we got a load of vegan cheeses. And we literally sat down, and I shit you not, I wished I'd filmed it. Some of them were just so awful. So they made the cats run away, put it that way. But there are some amazing vegan cheeses out there. Quince and pear chutney is amazing. Chloe J, you've got amazing. Yeah, quince and pear chutney. Marks and Spencer's sell it. It's so good. It's so good with some cheese and some biscuits. Do you know what? That's all I want. That's all I want for Christmas. I'm going to get some like fruit chutney and some cheese. Oh, it's going to be great. The Bosch recipe for Boursin is great. I've not tried it, Wendy. Oh, I've tried Wendy's made some really nice cheese. That was really good. I think that was made with cashews, wasn't it? The M&S one's the one I got. Chloe, the M&S pear and quince little jar. The only problem with it is it's a little jar. It's so nice. I really go. It's so nice. It's so yummy. It's so good. It's so good. Tofu. Holy crap. Boston's fantastic grilled butter noodles too. Wow. Oh yeah, Brittany. Daniels. I mean, it is true that the US has got some really strange stuff compared to the UK. So I was talking with Quinn recently, Quinn from Autistomatic, and Jen, Neurodivergent. We were having this chat, and the conversation was about nerds, which is one of Quinn's favorite things. Quinn loves nerds, by the way. Those sweeties, the candy, the nerds candy. But like, apparently they are completely different in the US. And he went and got some American ones versus some British ones. And I listened to a Quinn info dump. You cannot find this on Patreon or YouTube. I had a private Quinn info dump on the detailed consistency, color, taste, texture, flavor, and ingredients of American versus British candy that is otherwise the same. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know that it was American or like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, these ones are American, these ones are like British. And lo and behold. The American ones had a much stronger, darker color and flavor. But yeah, they were different. But the same thing, obviously produced under license or whatever. But they were different. They were a different product, but otherwise marketed exactly the same. Like you wouldn't know that it was American, right? So it's not like US versus UK Smarties, which are very different. Yeah, I think it probably is the same as that. Or M&Ms or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of like US, UK stuff that is like sold as the same. You would have thought it was the same, but it isn't. Yannick the candy, I mean, as opposed to like Egyptian nerds. I mean, I've never considered Egyptian nerds before, but yes, I imagine Egypt probably does have its neuro-different culture. I can imagine a quinine for dump. A quinine for dump on nerds. Something. I'm just listening to it while just doing something else. He's really into nerds. If you ever wanted to talk to Grin or I guess like mildly troll him about nerds, please do. Tell him I sent you. IT Egyptian guys. Yeah, exactly. What happened to the blue Smarties? Yeah, blue Smarties were a thing. And they are I don't think they're a thing anymore. But yeah, blue Smarties were definitely a thing. Positive moment. I don't think I will ever forget the No Kings protests and the Portland Frogs. The Portland Frogs with the suits that people were wearing. I'm right, yeah? Blue Smarties is definitely still a thing. Okay. In the US, Smarties are a hard tablet like sweet tarts but sold in rolls. I can tell you what I'm like. Do you want me to tell you what I'm mildly addicted to now? I'm low-key addicted now. And it's so annoying. I'm gonna tell you. It's like mildly autism YouTube related. Let me just grab a bit of tea. Africa removed itself from North Nose a long time ago. The Euro Divergent. That's funny. That's a good joke, by the way, Liz. Tell your partner that is an amazing joke. Autistic AF approves. Okay, the thing that I'm super addicted to, and they're really hard to get and they're really expensive. They're not Pink Panthers, but I am addicted to those as well. But yes, to Pink Panthers, you are correct. But this wasn't the one I was thinking of. No, it's South African jelly tots. So in South Africa, they have jelly tots that are different to the jelly tots that we have in the, British jelly tots. British jelly tots are kind of hard. South African jelly tots are like really moreish. And let me put it another way. The South African jelly tots are how I remember jelly tots used to be. Now, I don't know if I'm right on this. I'm going to need some of the... Helen, help me out. Jelly tots were different in the past, weren't they? Because South African jelly tots... Oh, I only heard us about... I can't show you the jelly tots because I no longer have any jelly tots because jelly tots have been consumed. I should have to go and get some in the next day. Okay, do you know what? I'll go and get you UK jelly tots and South African jelly tots. The only reason I know about South African jelly tots is because Meg told me about the South African jelly tots. Meg, as in I'm autistic now, what? And I'm like, holy shit, you serious? So I went and bought South African jelly tots. There's a distributor on the Isle of Man. And they have South African jelly tots. And they're so good. They're a cultural phenomenon over there, by the way. So South African jelly tots are actually a cultural phenomenon in South Africa. I didn't know this, but they are. Like all South Africans know about it. It's a big thing. They have cream soda and jelly tots, and that's like a big thing. To the point where like importers will go and get those things because those are the things that South Africans want to buy when they're overseas. So anyway, I buy these overpriced, massive Air Miles jelly tots. And they're so nice. They're so nice. Oh, they're so... Compared to UK jelly tots, which are nice, but they're hard. And thank you, Helen, for confirming. The South African jelly tots. Helen, get yourself South African jelly tots. You're going to have to work for this. This is not like I'm just going to go to the supermarket. You're going to have to find a reseller and go get yourself some South African jelly, or I'll buy some and post them to you. Because you have to try them. It's like jelly tots from our childhood. You can have one when it's they're small, Helen. They're very small. Yes, Harriet. South African jelly tots are vegan. As are British jelly tots. They are sans gelatin. Yeah. South African jelly tots are indeed vegan. I presume that is the basis that they look like gumdrops. Yeah, they do. Like little gumdrops. They're very small. So you don't need to eat like a whole bag. I suppose you could. You may end up hyperglycemic, but you could have one. You could have one every like 10 minutes. A different color. I think you need to try them. Helen, you need to try them. Just don't do the whole bag. Just these jelly tots. Email one jelly tot to Helen every week. Yes, in a little plastic bag. Not suspicious at all at the postal service. And the postal service scan the envelopes and they go, right, no, we're going to inspect this one. And they pull it out and they find a tiny little sealed plastic bag with like a jelly tot inside. And they're like, we've found him. She's importing cocaine or something. And then they have to like take this jelly tot off to a lab and test it. And the lab go, sir, this isn't a jelly tot. British jelly tots, they're hard and this one's soft. There's something wrong with this one. And they're like, we knew it. She's importing drugs. and then you don't get your jelly tot. That's what would happen if I posted one jelly tot. Mike tries various candies. Yeah, they have to be vegan candies. That makes it even more interesting. But yeah. Demonetized again. Yeah, I know. Elmin Light, I thought about it before I said it out loud and I thought, okay, just in for a penny, in for a pound. These individual jelly tots have to be exchanged in a car park, you know? You know? Like, you know when like dodgy people meet up in a car park and exchange stuff in cars? I would never do that. I would never do that. I'd never meet up in a random car park. It just so happens to be a halfway point. I'd never do that. I'd never meet random strangers in a car park. This isn't a jelly tot. This is an obligation. Yeah, South African jelly tots. Anyway. them for the kids. Get them for the kids. Yeah, just try one. Yeah, you read Jen, because I know, I happen to know you have to first of all have one of each flavor to see what they're like, obviously. And they're amazing. The South African jelly tots, they just taste, they are literally, they have great flavor. They are like before UK ones became enshittified. You know, jelly tots, you chew them and they stick to your teeth and you end up with sensory issues from having like sticky candy sort of stuck to your teeth and whatever. Yeah, South African, they don't do that. And they do have additional flavors that the UK don't. Yeah. But you can't just have one, you have to try them all. Oh, they're so good. But they're so expensive. It's self-limiting because unless you win the lottery, you cannot, like, are they like American Dots? I don't know. They're not like, so we would call, our jelly tots are a bit softer than what are sold here as American hard gums. So I don't know if American hard gums is a thing. I don't know that Americans would understand what I'm talking about. But there is a candy that's sold and it's kind of like a slightly chewy, hard kind of sort of a sweet. And it's called like an American hard gum. Right, so jelly tots are like smaller versions of those that are a bit softer. The South African ones are the same size as the UK ones, but they are very soft and delicious. What's an American hard gum? Yeah, you see, it marketing for Brits, but that's what they are. They're like large, harder jelly tots. American here, I don't know what American hard gums are. Okay, that's so funny. That's so funny. That's so funny. American hard gums don't really get any sense. No, they're harder than wine gums. They're harder, but they're larger than jelly tots. They sound like dots. Maybe they're gumdrops. Yeah. I just think that's so funny. I just think it's so funny that something can be sold in the UK as American, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, an American's like, I do not understand. I do not know what that is. I've never seen that in my life. And it's so funny because it's like, but this is from you. Harder than Laffy Taffy. Taffy as in like a hard toffee. No, softer than that, but still quite hard. You could bite through it, but they're hard. They're not squishy. Mildly squishy. Like, you could squish them, but the US never does that. Cough, English muffins. Yeah, what the hell is an English muffin? What's an English muffin? Can somebody tell me what an English muffin is? I've never heard of English muffin. I'm Canadian, I don't know what Canadian bacon is. Yeah, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Maybe wine gums are an option for old people. Yeah, I suppose wine gums is kind of advertised more towards an older demographic. I didn't even realise they were wines from most of the time. Like pizza in Italy. Maybe? English muffins are like the bread version of crumpets. Okay. I was very pleased to see that in England there were muffins and American muffins. Okay. That's so funny. Ah. The American section of a UK grocery store is always weird for me as an American. Yeah. Yeah. That's really funny. I'm American, I don't know what an American's supposed to be. That is really funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah. I'm sure there's quite a lot of products that are more or less identical, but some of them are not. Lemon drops? Yeah, we have like lemon drops and we have like all the traditional kind of like hardboiled sweet type stuff. Can we ship you our president? Last time you did that, we locked him away in England's bestest castle that no one gets to go to, that no president has ever been to, and we kept him inside this big castle in Windsor for pretty much the entirety of the stay. So he never got to see any of the protests or anything. That was really funny. I literally, not much happens where I feel like, oh my God, yes, Britain has done something amazing. But actually, Donald Trump's presidential visit, the last one, was really well done. That was legitimately really well done. Because he felt really important, and yet he was basically ensconced in a castle and told that it was the bestest castle. And everyone was happy. I thought that was great. Yeah, a picture of him and Epstein on the wall. Yeah, that was led by donkeys that did that. They are currently on trial now as a result, even though no crime was committed. But yeah, I thought that was a stroke of genius. But whoever planned that was amazing. I think it was so clever to say to him, "Oh, we have this castle, and no one's been there. Like, oh no one goes there. Like, but it's a private castle. You know, it's the best one. It's the best castle. It's absolutely. Oh yes, it's the best castle. It's the best castle." And then he goes there, and then he's like, "Oh, I've been to the bestest castle," and everyone's like, "Yes, you have." It was, I honestly, legitimately thought that was wonderful. And it also meant that there was no kind of like helium Donald Trump balloons or any, the baby balloon. You didn't get to see any of this, the protesty stuff. I just thought whoever managed it, that was, I'll say it for what it is. It was literally a stroke of genius. It was inspired. And Windsor Castle, for those who don't know, is kind of small. It is slap bang in the middle of Windsor. It is quite a nice little area. I wouldn't say it's like especially wonderful. It burned down a while ago as well. It is literally just like an old castle. Like, it's intact, but it's, yeah. I don't know that you would ever want to go there, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't think you'd ever put a head of state in there. It's an old castle. Like, it does have like living quarters and shit, but it's an old. It's just a fucking. It's just a tourist attraction. Like, I don't know why you would. It's really hard to explain. I remember the Cybermen visited Windsor Castle in 1988. Yeah. But I genuinely, very, very few things. I thought the London Olympics were amazing and inspirational. I don't know that Brits, we do amazing things very often, but putting Donald Trump in the castle was fantastic. That was such a... And I happen to know that whoever suggested it will have gotten like he will have gotten, or she will have gotten, or they will have gotten the most ridiculous comments back. People will have said, "No, you're off your rocker. You're nuts. Why would you? What? No, we can't do that. No. He's got to be put up in Buckingham Palace or whatever." Nice tower in London. I mean, literally, it's as daft as putting him in the Tower of London. Yeah, except the Tower of London, he'd be aware of protests. But like, yeah, Windsor is like out the way as well. It's like, so it's like, yeah, the bestest castle. No one's ever been there before. No. It's fine. Just chill. We're just talking about the sort of sweets and candies, and I just thought it was just very funny. I just thought the clip of Trump saying, how like a 10-year-old boy, like, "Oh, I went to the best castle. Oh, hey, mum, I went to the best castle. Oh, it was the bestest castle. No one's been there before. It's the bestest castle. It's the bestest castle anyone's ever seen. It's the bestest castle. I got to stay in the bestest castle. And my mate Max, he never got to stay in the bestest castle, but I got to stay in the bestest castle." I just thought it was just for funny. It's just like someone has actually told him, probably Charles, probably Charles, has actually said to him, yeah, so this is Windsor Castle is and it's sunk in. And I'm like, holy shit. Wow, the royal family and the handlers have done such a good job here. Like holy crap. Britain can do anything now. Britain can do anything. Britain's great. And I think there was a data center deal as well done. I don't know. I know nothing about the ins and outs of that. But honestly, I just thought, wow. Wow. Just thought that was so funny. Nearly home time. Amazing. I hope we've made the last remnants of workday go quickly for you. Ironically, Ashley, it's usually around the time that you're quitting the stream and the stream is ending or whatever. That's usually ironically around the time we go to the after party. You should see the castle in my town, Almir. The duchies will know. I don't know. I don't know it at all. I've been to Bruges as an adult. I haven't been to anywhere else in the Netherlands except as a child when I took in basically nothing. Yeah. I feel old now. Oh yeah, there will definitely be some form of streaming going on. But I'll see you later, actually. I found a pic of some dewdrops on Amazon. I think it might be to do what Americans call jelly tots. Do we think that might be? Dewdrops. Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I can't tell what the consistency is from the picture. But yeah, dewdrops look like American hard candy. Hard gums. I'm gonna find them. Yeah, American hard gums. Yeah, Google American hard gums. Dewdrops are softer and smaller, and American hard gums are larger and firmer. But they're British. That's the thing. They're not American. Might say American hard gums, but there's nothing American about them. It's just a bit of cultural appropriation, but the culture never existed in the first place. It was made up by the Brits. So, please look up American fruit slices, which is a type of gummy candy. I think I know what that might be. Yeah. So your jelly slices, your slices, right? Boston fruit slices, all that stuff. We have exactly the same thing, and it's bought by old people. And occasionally me. Yeah. We have the same thing, and like York fruits, exactly like York fruits in the garden. Yeah. Like I will occasionally buy them. But yeah, they're marketed pretty much to old people. What do you prefer, Mike? Bigger firm or smaller and softer? I'm not going to answer that. South African is going to be my answer. South African and vegan. I think that sounds like no. I'm not making a no. Oh, okay, that came out weird. No. Fuck off, Jansen. I was watching some interviews. I'm joking. Okay, I was watching interviews of persons over 100 years old. See, this is why a lot of YouTubers prefer to just edit content and put out curated content. I understand that feeling. I understand that. York fruits are very Christmassy in the 70s. Yes. I remember biking home from the candy store, the paper bag of Smarties. Nothing's ever made me feel rich. Yeah, I get it. I can feel that image as well. I can feel that, Anne-Marie. I can feel it. Why are UK fruit slices gummies marketed to senior people? They just are. Like places like garden centres will sell them. I don't know why. It just is. Why not just eat dried fruit? Oh, my mum loves dried fruit. My mum loves dried fruit so much. Nancy Garzi, I love marzipan. Yeah, Nina loves marzipan. Marzipan's a big thing in Norway. They make like marzipan pigs or something. No chewing required. Kitty in the garden, no chewing required. That's probably why. Kitty in the garden. No, I don't think it's a joke. I don't think it's a joke. I think Kitty in the garden is right. I think it is. I think Kitty in the garden is correct. I think that's why. Yeah, Werther's Originals. Yeah, Werther's Originals were actually marketed at seniors. Werther's Originals they had adverts in the UK. Helen, help me out. They had adverts in the UK, Werther's Originals, and it'd be like some old guy, and he'd be getting out his Werther's Originals and then handing them to his grandson. And there'd be it'd be like rose tinted kind of filter. And they're hard to eat. Werther's Originals are like quite hard. Marzipan is huge in Spain for Christmas. Yeah, marzipan's a big thing. Defo. Dip dabs, yes. Drumsticks, fruit pastels, flying saucers. We had that marketing in the US too. Ah, yeah, that ad. Oh, it was worldwide, was it? Werther's Originals, yeah. I never thought of Werther's Originals as an old person thing, but they were marketed thus for some reason. Werther's marketing's in here. Wow, okay. Flying saucers, yeah. Flying saucer is like, what's flying saucers made out of? Communion wafers. That's what flying saucers are made out of. Flying saucers taste of nothing. They are literally like two cup things stuck together, but they've usually got sugar inside. You know, or some flavored sugar inside. They're quite nice. Sugar paper, polystyrene, yeah. Rice paper and sherbet, yeah. Sugar paper, yeah. It's their communion wafers. They're made nothing. Stefan, welcome and thank you. Good night. Sleep well. Do you remember space dust that crackles in your mouth? Yeah, I do. Also, Willy Wonka's candy that popped. I had popping candy. I call it popping candy, weirdly, even though I'm not American. How funny is that? I don't even know what it's called. It's called popping candy. That's what it's called. I don't know. Like, what? What do Brits call popping candy? What the hell does a British person call popping candy? Barvinci, help me out, please. They are not called Pop Rocks. Yes, I didn't like it when it was in my teeth. Yeah. But what? Okay, this is for British people. This is a public service announcement for all British people in the live stream chat. Can you please tell me what popping candy is called in Britain? Thank you so much. Barvitz, you can't help me. Charlie. Calling Charlie. Ding dong. Message for Charlie. What do you call popping candy? Helen. Popping candy is just popping candy. Stephanie Alexandria, just popping candy. It's not called popping candy because it's not candy, is it? Space dust? No, it's not. Fizz-whiz? No. No, popping candy. The stuff that's in the Willy Wonka-y kind of stuff, and it's in quite a lot of things now. I based the American version in Discord. Amazing Scott. I'll be there soon. Just, what? What is it called? It's called Pop Rocks. Jansen, it's called Pop Rock. Is it actually called Pop Rocks? Is it? Why do so many of these county names sound like euphemisms? They do. We're talking about, we're just trying to bypass the YouTube censors here. No, you think we're talking about candy? I mean, like, no. The conversation became about hardcore drugs after Helen said that she couldn't eat South African jelly tots, and I suggested just one at a time in a tiny little baggie. That's all we've been talking about this whole time. For the YouTube reviewers, just not all we've been talking about the whole time. Sarcasm. I feel like YouTube review team don't understand sarcasm. It's Pop Rocks popping candy. Popping candy! It is pop... Why? Why? No, it's not, because we're British, it's not candy.
I see the public service announcement. Can we please have... Can we have... There's a public service announcement. Has the wonderful 3-month gift membership subscription been redeemed? There is a 3-month membership subscription in the chat. If you scroll back about an hour or so, that's going to be about 1,000 messages. Good luck finding it. Someone has spilt their autism. Someone has spilt their autism all over the place. There is autism. There's free autism on the ground.
Space dust. All right. Popping sweets. Yeah, popping sweets, maybe. I think it's called popping candy, but that does legitimately sound strange because we do not do like candy in the UK, candy aisles, candy, you know, it kind of makes sense, right? It's not like an offensive or whatever. It's not like a fanny pack situation or a pants type of thing. But it's like Brits don't talk about candy, not even during Halloween. We don't, like, candy is not really a thing. Jacob's cream crackers, yes. I'm asking because I'm British. You get custom tell me they're like a cracker with no flavour to it. Yeah, that's true. I'd say they've kind of got a slight sort of creamy kind of flavour. A bit like bread has no flavour, right? But it kind of does, but it sort of doesn't. It's like that. It's really quite mild cream crackers. I suppose the point with a cream cracker, right, is what you put on it. So you can put on a cream cracker all kinds of things. I mean, you could even put like cucumber and shit on it if you want to. But ordinarily, cheese. Cheese goes on a cream cracker. Enjoy your cheese. Are you talking about Billy Whiz? I have no idea what Billy Whiz is. That sounds... I mean, whiz means pea in the UK. If somebody says, I'll be right back, I'm just going to go for a whiz, they are not going to return with packets of candy. They are going to return, hopefully, with clean hands. And clean trousers. Or pants.
There is a free, and I repeat free, although it wasn't free to Shape of Soup. Shape of Soup actually paid for it, so thank you so much, Shape of Soup. There is a free 3-month kitten subscription, which unlocks many, many videos for you, including access to the Scratchy Post Discord, exclusive members-only live streams, and quite a bit of other shit as well. It's available. There is like literally a voucher. You can click it and click claim and redeem it. I don't know that anyone actually has. Probably because most of the people in here are members, I imagine. So please feel free to redeem it. Maybe it was claimed. Let's look at the Discord general chat and see if anyone's joined. That was awful. I'm not going to do that often. I'm in the Discord. It's just unhinged like normal. Oh, I love the cat jumper, Charlie. I love it. You've done this one. You've done this one. You've done this one. You've done this one. The jumper's getting quite worn now.
I think this one needs to be drawn. The red one needs to be drawn. I think probably my favorite is this one, which fortunately has already been drawn. The green one is cool. I should take pictures of them before they all end up just... Then there's like a bandit cat. You want to see bandit cat? Bandit cat. Then there's this one, red cat. Then there's green cat. Fizzwiz. Yeah, Fizzwiz, super loud. I think I may be vaguely aware of that. I'm so sorry. Shit. Sorry, Helen. I just realized that you had sent me a large message and I hadn't even responded to it. I apologize. Has Soup's thing been redeemed? It has expired. It has been redeemed. Someone has redeemed it. Congratulations. The thing is, by the way, it is not known, just so you're aware, there's no like, oh my God, I'm on a gifted membership when you're part of the community. No one knows. Not even me. I suppose I could go digging in the database and see, but like it's not known. So like you can just crack on and just enjoy. But please do, whatever you do, you definitely should redeem the Discord invitation. You log into Patreon, go down to settings, and then click connected apps, and then Discord or access Discords from creators. It's a thing Patreon does. There are other creators, there are other Discords. None of them are as good as a scratching post. I'm really sorry to say. I can give my reasons, but I'm not going to right now. It's worth joining. It's worth joining the Scratching Post Discord. It's 24/7, and the sun never sets on your autistic ass. And I shit you not, if I'm awake in the middle of the night and it's like 5 a.m. and if I would look on the Discord, there'll be people chatting on it. Like, it's all really good. I'm not gifted. My IQ is only 1 to 6. Do you know what? The whole IQ test thing is bogus. I think, do you know what? Here's one thing I didn't talk about actually in my IQ video is actually IQ tests can be rehearsed. You can practice for them. You can do IQ mocks and you'll get better as you go along because you'll pattern match the types of questions you'll be asked. So if you were to do, say, for example, 3 IQ tests, one after another, say after 24 hours, you just do another one, you'll do better. Your grade will go up every single time. And I know that's true regarding things like GCSEs, A-levels, all that other shit as well. But yeah, I mean, if IQ is a measure of discrete, unshifting, intelligence, then surely it should not change based on time, like just doing it because you've done the IQ test before. That's part of the issue with the IQ test as well, is like it's a really shit test because it's not testing for IQ. It's not what it's testing for is variable depending on whether or not you've done a previous test before or not, which really shouldn't happen. So for example, like I could do the CAT-Q masking questionnaire. Actually, do you know what? That's a thing. If you do the CAT-Q masking questionnaire like every 6 months, genuinely, and you approach it sort of as fresh as you feel like you can, it would give you a reasonably good indication of like a proxy for burnout risk. Higher numbers equals higher risk. It's actually quite an interesting one to do, right? You could literally repeat the CAT-Q with yourself. Just keep the numbers, and then write them down in a notepad or on your phone or something, and just do it again every 6 months. It'd be really interesting to see how that follows. Some of these things can be repeated, but the IQ test is one you can kind of prep for. Like, I remember the first time I saw an IQ test and I'm like, what the fuck? You're asking me to like rotate shapes. Okay, fine. All right. But eventually there's like only a set number of shapes that can be rotated. And you just... So, on paper, I've got a really high IQ number, but like, it depends. Like the first time I did it, I think it was just like mildly above, the normal distribution. But then it's like, okay, well, I can game this. Such is the accusation that's been thrown at me throughout much of my life, which is like, oh, you're just going to reverse engineer that. And it's like, well, as opposed to what? Driving exams are exactly like that, but driving exams is fine because you are moving people towards a standard. I'll give you another one. Like, for example, like with the British Tobacco Club, so scuba certifications, including ones for technical diving and all sorts of things. Generally speaking, it's not like a checklist of 1,000 points you have to pass and then you get that tick or whatever. It's all about whether or not what you did was safe and effective. So there is a level of subjectivity that applies to it, but the performance standard is quite well understood. I'm not doing it a good service here. But like a driving test is similar, except that it's got like negative screening. So they're not saying what you can do. They're going, have you fucked up and how much? And it's like, oh, you've only fucked up a little bit today. You've passed. So yeah, I mean, what they're trying to do is you're trying to get to a performance standard that's a bit more fuzzy. It also depends on the time of day, depends on what incidents may or may not have happened, you know, because the real world is messy. But yeah, maybe an IQ test live stream. We could do an IQ test. I don't know. I'm just thinking of entertaining things to do. It might bite me in the ass later. But yeah, performance, like, you know, performance monitoring is like the whole display. It's interesting, but like, can you meet a performance standard? I don't know. I guess like, okay, here's a fuzzy one for you. I've done a lot of live streaming. I've done a lot of presenting now since starting my YouTube channel 2 years ago. And you could argue that I'm reasonably competent live streamer now. But it's like, based on what? Like, there's no quantitative assessment criteria for this. But I could say, hey, I've done it every week for like 2 years, and usually more. Twice a week, really, most of the times. And it's like, okay, cool. There's kind of a performance standard, I suppose. It's meaningless, but you know what I mean. I lose points in IQ test because I read slowly due to my visual impairments. They didn't work with visually impaired people. This is true. In fact, you should also think about how they work in terms of profound autism, because the whole kind of like, oh, IQ of 25 or below, IQ of between 25 and 50 or 50 and 75, blah, 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 blah. Where, you know, what level of intellectual disability do you have? A lot of the time it's just decreed. Someone's just gone, I'm going to say 40. It's, you got 30. You know. It's made up. Someone guesses. You want to know what's really funny? I heard some YouTubers say they could report on a video and YouTube says, good job, more of that without realistic feedback. Oh yeah, that's true, Karen. Yeah, it's true, yeah. The shit YouTube throws at me is just like fucking stupid. I'll give you a good example of YouTube. If anyone's interested, it's a bit meta, this. I don't know if you come for this or not, but like, so YouTube will say to me, hey, people have been watching for longer. This is really good. And it's like, yes, because it was a 2-hour fucking video. So if I put out a video that's shorter than the average view duration, YouTube's like, people aren't watching for as long. And I'm like, yeah, because the video is fucking 10 minutes. What are you talking about? Of course unless they watch it like 3 times or whatever. What? Yeah, that's the problem when you have robots. But then again, the robot is expecting consistency. It's expecting the same upload at the same time every single week of exactly the same length to the same audience. You know, and it's like, for fuck's sake, you can't win. Can't do anything right. What's the margin of error? 0. You can't do a 1 hour short. But yeah, it's like YouTube goes, we're going to show this video to more people because people are watching it for longer. And it's like, well, yeah, because it's a long fucking video. And then I posted a short one. In fact, if I posted a 20-minute video and you watch it to the end, if I post, look, let me explain to you how frustrating being a YouTuber is. If I post a 20-minute video or a 25-minute video, and every single person watches it to the very end, I mean, past the credit sequence, past any little Easter egg at the end of the video, past like right to the very end of the video where it literally just stops playing and YouTube goes, watch this next. Right? YouTube would then tell me on YouTube Studio, dude, you fucked up. People aren't watching for as long. YouTube go, people aren't watching for as long. They're not. And I'm like, dude, statistically impossible that people watch the whole entire thing every single time. Everyone. Most people click off a video when they click it. That's just a fact. It's just, because people browse and go, I'm browsing this and really, whatever. But like, imagine if every single person did the impossible thing and watched the entire thing and made it perfect. Imagine it was perfect. YouTube goes, nah, nah, people aren't watching for as long. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean? What do you mean people aren't watching for as long? It's a shorter video. It doesn't like, it's not based on like what percentage of video you watch. It's based on literal minutes. There you go. So Karen, hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, it should be percent watched. Yeah, it's not. How many minutes and seconds? Oh, by the way, if you watch at half speed, it's double. So if you watch a 20-minute video at half speed, it's 40 minutes that you've watched for, which is true. And if you watch at double speed, it's 10 minutes that you've watched for, even if you watch the entire thing, which is true. You've watched for 20 minutes, and that's okay. But it should be percent watched. It doesn't matter what speed you watch it at. Robot overlords, man. The fucking robots. So yeah, so I'm sorry to say that occasionally, I don't think any of my fucking titles or thumbnails have been clickbait, but I try to make them like you want to click them. But yeah. It's like, great. Oh, here's the thing. If you watch like my ABA video all the way to the end, if everyone watches it all the way to the end, then YouTube will punish me for every single video I make in the future by going, yeah, well, look, they didn't watch for 2 hours. In fact, they only watched for 10 minutes. You must be terrible. Hey, the actual words are like, people aren't watching for as long, so we're not showing it to so many people, It's like, obviously, it's a short video. You could put out an 8-hour-long sleep meditation video to watch while sleeping. I could, but it would have to be on a different channel, because if I did that, I can't repeat that performance. I can't keep it up. I can't repeat the performance. So this is a very long segue to say thank you so much to everyone that supports me on Patreon. Like humans. Thank you everybody for human support in human work. Because yeah, YouTube's metrics are silly now. And they're not silly. Listen, if any of you had like passion projects, or you had an idea, you want to do content creation or something, and you are willing to do exactly the same length videos every single week and post them at the exact same time, then you'll do well. You'll be fine. Actually, that is the secret. If I were doing that the whole time, the channel would be massive by now, actually, legitimately. I think it probably would. But I'm a human being, and I'm also not willing to post shite. I'm not saying people that do post shite. I'm saying if I were to do it personally, I'd be posting shite. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to have another job that I hate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I can't do that, because I have to, I also have to follow my dopamine. Because otherwise, I just know from pattern matching myself over my life that it won't get done otherwise. So thank you so much for everyone who supports me, because you're the reason why things, when I'm able to make something that I think is kind of like bigger than me, bigger than a YouTuber making YouTube content, such as the ABA video or even the sex ed one, there are some elements of things that can't be done without support. Escape from Brady HD, follow the dopamine. Yeah. Mumbo Jumbo, Minecraft YouTuber, did an interesting video on the YouTube algorithm that pushes creators towards content creation. Yeah, it's true. I also know from looking at my own metrics, like, I see what YouTube wants me to do. Okay, well, I'll do some of that, but not all. You know, it's just you can see more of the jumper cats. Okay, louder music coming. We have this one here. This one is sort of like a yellow one. Look, side-eye cat. Yellow side-eye cat. And then we have this one. I feel like this one works on a pirate ship. This is a pirate ship guy.
Free pass, you don't even have
Focus, camera, focus, please.
Be the cat
This is like
in the sun.
a little bow tie. And then we have this one here, which is just silly. I have another one on my arm. It's probably easier to show you.
I've got better things to do. Okay, to leave a little bit undone.
Focus. It wants to focus on the painting.
Be the cat
There we go. Alright, maybe there. Maybe there. That works, right? One's funny.
Be the cat in the sun.
And then, obviously blue face. This is blue face.
Set
Blue
aside
face!
every empty
Okay, well, maybe I have to here. And then we have like Wolverine.
Loosen
Like
up
Wolverine.
on the grind.
This is Wolverine. Or this side-eye Wolverine. The same as the one here.
Simmer down, settle
And
back
then we have this one here who is drinking from a carton of milk.
Be the cat in the sun. Someday I will see the whole deal.
And then we have this one here which looks like a bear. This is probably the easiest way to see it. That one.
I've got better things
This is like a bear.
to do.
And then we have this one here. There's a bit of line art. This one is a bit of
Leave a little bit undone.
Oh, you haven't seen this one
Be
here.
the cat
This is the red
in
one.
the sun.
This is the red one. Over here,
Be the cat
white.
in the sun.
The red one. A bit of side eye as well. A bit of side eye. And they're on the back. Okay, there we go. I hope that's okay. Soup, you got your one and only tattoo on vacation. What did you get?
We met.
I do like a good. Thank you. I have a jigsaw puzzle like this jumper. Amazing. Oh, that would get me into jigsaw puzzles. So there we are. Okay. So I wanted to crowdsource from the group Brain the sort of content that you wanted to see more of in 2026. The answer I got was yes. Non-specific yes. I'll just do my best. I've got some interesting ideas for you all. I got it from the Tea Fairy. It's Doogie. All of the music is by Kylie Daly. Kylie spelt Kailey, and then Daly. I think that's right. I could be wrong, but if you Google it, it'll correct. And Daly is Daily. Ley? It is written down over there, but it's very small. I also have tattoos, but maybe that's the one for another day. Maybe that's a Patreon exclusive. Love Simon's Cat, play the games too. Oh, I haven't played the Simon's Cat games, but yeah, Simon's Cat I was a big fan of. I haven't seen any Simon's Cat stuff in ages. Outdoor content, more wild chickens. Hey, Pardlo, outdoor content has definitely been a bit of a theme. Generally, a lot of people wanted a bit more outdoor content. Weather permitting. So the winter on the Isle of Man is unpleasant outside. But yeah, weather permitting, yes, absolutely. Tracy, oh wow, this is so relaxing for my brain. Oh, scroll back for the Catmageddon earlier. The mini Catmageddon. Follow your passion. Yes, indeed. Generally has works out okay. How are the wild chickens doing, Pardlo? I haven't been back. I went back a couple more times. I haven't been back since, so it's probably been about a month, maybe, since I've been back. Fox, do you dive in winter at all? Yes, I do. The problem with diving in the winter, I haven't this year dived much at all. But the problem with diving in the winter is just like the weather window has to align with the weekend window, because that's when, you know, my dive buddies are free, and then it has to be a perfect match. So the weather might be lovely on a Friday, but that's no good. It has to be lovely on Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, it gets really dark early as well. So they're mostly like night dives, even if they're in the day. So it's kind of dark. But actually, do you want to know something really strange? Here's a little fun fact for you. Where I am in the Northern Hemisphere, the sea temperature is actually quite warm right now. So, the tides matter less. But yes, the tides affect the timings and the entries and exits. Do a stream with another autistic creator on YouTube in 2026. I have a couple in the books. That will happen. Actually, yes, I can tell you that will happen. That will happen, Helen. Sorry. Oh, it's Kylie with a K-Y-L-E. Okay. My brain got confused. So yeah, 2026, there is some great stuff planned. I'm kind of slightly bummed out that some of the stuff that I planned is actually what I planned for 2025. So that kind of sucks for me a little bit, because, you know, I like having a clean slate. Or the only thing with the calendar turning over that means much to me is like, all right, cool, new slate, new projects, and it's kind of a shame to see stuff on there that's, you know, I thought of ages ago. That's all. It just annoys me a bit. It just niggles. Not that it matters in practice. Let me know if you need any Moomin metaphors. The Moomins has had more reception on this channel than, for example, Taylor Swift has. If I dropped a Moomin metaphor, I'm sure it would have been captured immediately by multiple people. Plans change, that's okay. Yeah, it is true. It is true. You know, a lot of stuff doesn't really survive contact with reality. One of my criticisms of ABA therapy is that. You need to have room for dumping game. It's true. Yeah, Tracy. Yeah, Tracy K's been a member of Scratching Post for quite a while now. I hope you're okay, Tracy. Describe Event Horizon in Moomin metaphor. Please do. Start capture Moomins. One day I discovered Taylor Swift and put in Moomin reference Easter eggs. Taylor Swift puts a lot of Easter eggs in stuff. Just a ridiculous amount of Easter eggs and things. maybe an Easter. We could do something Easter eggy, which could be fun. I have to go sleep early these days. Yeah, I've had a strange sleep schedule lately. I can't. So you see, the Moomin references have already started now in the chat. This is great. Okay, I'm going to go and make myself a fresh cup of tea. We'll go to the after party shortly thereafter. That happens in Discord. We play games and stuff. It's the non-Google / YouTube overlord, monitored stream. It's not even recorded, so I can't even show you records because it's not recorded. I've taken some photos on my phone occasionally, but there's no recording. It's not to say it couldn't be recorded theoretically, but it isn't. Yeah, so if you're interested, it's on very soon. We'll go do that. If it's too late to discuss really today, but if it's not already covered, says Fox, maybe in the future discussion of having project overwhelm. Yeah, having too many projects to the point of complete stall. Yeah, that is actually on my list. That's a really good suggestion. It's a really apt suggestion. It is on my list. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I've got a few such videos. I put them into a category of, I don't want to say self-help. That's the really, it's kind of wanky. And there's so much grifting going on in that category. But in my head, I kind of think of it in terms of okay, right, this is kind of advice / self-help kind of content. I do have quite a bit of that area covered. Yeah, like I say, it's a massive struggle of mine. Tomorrow, I want to do happy things, but I've got some annoying admin to do that I've been putting off, and it's been really stressing me out. So yeah. Christmas project. Yeah, Christmas has hardly happened project-wise. You may all be aware that I'm doing some live streams over Christmas. You may also be aware that I haven't published the dates and times for those things. That will be out very soon, within a week. Don't hold me to it, but yeah. There's so much other stuff I want to do as well. This all sounds like excuses, and it's not excuses because I haven't made an excuse. It hasn't really been snowing here, but it's been cold. It's been a tad icy and frosty. But we haven't had snow. Well, we have had snow. There have been a couple of days where snow has fallen. A YouTube list of executive functioning tips and tricks. Yeah, I have tons of executive functioning tips and tricks. Some better than others. Some might work for someone else. I find a shit, but I'll mention them anyway. Yeah, I've got a big list. I collect them. I collect executive functioning hints and tips. I write them down. I give credit where credit is available or due. But yeah, I've got a big list. Yeah, it snows here. Okay, we have a mountain. Middle of the island has a mountain. I know. Kel surprise. So many islands have mountains or volcanoes in the middle of them. But yeah, this the mountain is called Snæfell, which is translated as Snow Mountain from Norse, from Old Norse, the Viking language, the Dane language. Yeah, it means Snow Mountain. Snæfell, Snow Mountain. But there's no snow on it right now. when we get some snow, I might go take some pictures of it, but yeah. Snæfell, spelt perfectly. Skit in the garden. That's exactly how it's spelt, yes. That means Snow Mountain. I've been getting heavy snowfall and stuff lately. It's been frustrating to walk outside now. Yeah, I get that. I do understand. Snow here in Ontario, obviously. Yep. In fact, I've never seen snow. I thought I knew snow until I saw snow in Ontario. Ontario has snow like which goes from pretty snow to 1 foot wrong, and you are now going to be under 20 meters of the stuff. Ended up getting stuck in Algonquin National Park, and some lovely, helpful Canadians emerged out of nowhere with shovels. I shit you not. The live webcams are a good way to check for snow on the mountain. Yes, because if there's snow on the mountain, somebody has drawn a penis in the snow. So if you look at the webcams on the Isle of Man, and you look at the snow on the mountain, if you see a massive snow willy drawn in the snow, then it is snowing. That's how you know. The only reason I haven't brought up the cameras is because of that reason. It's a tradition on the Isle of Man. We have webcams all over the island. And it's a tradition that, like, when it snows, someone unknown, someone will go up there and draw. You know, they'll walk it basically. And so when you check the webcams, that's what you see. And it's as reliable as to say that it's a certainty. It's not me. It's not me. But Wanksy, I think. But yeah, whatever. I mean, just it's terrible. Like I legitimately don't know who it is. Like if it's snowing and you look at Isle of Man webcams and you go and look at the one on the mountain, you may see. And can I tell you how bad it gets sometimes? Sometimes the government has to redact them. Can I honestly tell you what happened a couple of years ago, or was it last year? Wendy might know this. So last year, somebody drew a big willy on the hill in front of the webcam. You know, I think they're just treading outline. And the government, kind of a bit embarrassed, put a black rectangle over it. So another one appears, and then that gets a black rectangle over it as well. I might find these and put them in the Discord. If somebody reminds me, I'll find these images. It'll be on news reports. And I'll put them in the Discord for you. It is not me. 100% not me. It's 100% not me. You know, these are webcams. They're quite poor quality webcams, but yeah. Just saying, yes. So Snaefell, you could be called Snow Mountain. You could also be called Snow Willy Mountain. People are strange. That's all I have to say. So someone keeps making them until the red really show. Yeah, pretty much. This is in Discord. We'll do this in Discord. I don't know if this is necessarily a YouTube thing. I have intentionally marked the channel as not for children. Okay? I do occasionally get people telling me that they are annoyed with me. The channel is not what they expect. It's okay. It's not for everyone. I understand. Life hack: paint vulgar images around potholes to get local government to fix them faster. Some people have planted bulbs. I've actually planted flowers in potholes. But yes, that has happened before. People have painted vulgar images around potholes. Yeah, it does work. For getting government to step in and actually do the job. Did they ask for your manager? No, but people sometimes get upset, and it's like, okay, well, I'm sorry you didn't like it. I mean, it's not for everyone. Okay, it's okay. I've seen the rain down in Africa. Rain down in Africa. Right, I'll see you all. Actually, see, told you the stream would be going when you got back, and now it isn't. We'll go to Discord and hang out over there where we do 24/7. Basically, that's where you'll find the Autistic Cats hanging out, and I'll catch you there soon. That's what happened. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. If you joined for the cats, if you joined for the autism, if you joined for the autistic YouTubers, if you joined for the year in review, thank you so much, because all of these things were covered on today's stream. We're going to go play some games now and chill out. I'm going to make a sandwich. I don't even know if I'll have a sandwich. I'll just raid the fridge and see. I'll probably be a sandwich. I bought some bread, so be a sandwich. Please remember to like the stream. That's important too. So, do you remember the conversation about the robot overlords? The robot overlord needs to know that I've been a good boy and done a good job. So if you liked any of the stream, please do me a favor and click the like button. It means a lot to YouTube. Thank you so much for supporting me on this kind of weird journey of like making YouTube happy. which means I can continue to do the thing, but actually what really helps is people watching the videos, and it's good support. Thank you all so much from me and this. Thanks. The music is Pavlov Mike. It's always time to make a sandwich. This is how autistic routines happen. If you do, this is how they happen. I liked it before it started. Wendy was very brave. And then if you didn't like it, you can just remove the like. You can like stuff at any time. Goodbye, everyone. This was the most fun I've had all week. Are you listening, Robot Overlords? That's funny, but also kind of tragic. Because yeah, I think they probably are. I think they do sentiment analysis and shit. I don't even know. I think they like controversy and things as well. You can say it shit if you want. Hey, Anna. Do you think anyone's left? Do you think they've gone? Should we see who's gone? Yeah, a few people. That's so funny. Okay, very quickly. Last week, I think I possibly upset the community a tiny bit by not being on the Discord at the correct time. I'm very sorry. I'll see you there.